washing, gonna find Bolu, but does get hit markers by Jez. Going up against, they're now all tied up 1-1. Theo is going to get taken down by Jazz. You can now see Jazz pushing up towards the B flag. We're rocking that 35 round. See that we have Vague pushing up incredibly far, but this should be a free kill for Theo, sure enough. With that push from the backside, finds Jazz.
Licença, Tocinha! Pofo! Botão no cofrinho do Lips! Pofo pra cima do Delzinho! Double pofo do craque! Faz clique aí, meu chat! Você tá no YouTube, faz o clipe da jogada! Tomara tá!
Um som,
Vou cravar cima, crava esquerda, crava esquerda.
Tem um, só tem ar. Vai ter mais um.
Aí tem que botar essa
Pode ver agora, calma,
Nossa!
And we've got two players left to deal with. FN 420. Oh my god, Lucky, what the hell was that? Count them out. Can't do it. Lucky is Dark Wizard. You're the only hope here, Dark Wizard. Oh my god, we've got a 2v5 that is a reality. Lydia looking for the shots. Lydia's gonna round the corner. Lydia finds one. Lydia just needs to find Lucky. Doesn't happen. We're going to another round. The most at the moment. Finds another one. Just an absolute demon. Moving quick list in with the side of Nova. Dave, you're going in.
People see, there is one A now.
Marvel misses one, but doesn't miss twice.
Out. Oh my. Chris, he's all 1-4. Where you at, homie? I know you're in a typical sniper area right now. You're in sniper. It ain't even close. Lucky. Get headshot. Cosmo, flip the smoke. Get it too, homie. We got a 1v1.
Oh my goodness, Iona! Bro, watch.
X7 was left alive. Now it's Iona looking to make this.
Yo, this girl's dirty! Aggressively push up to this degree. Lydia's able to find one. Artemisa coming through. What's that? Is that a kilo? Whoa! Artemisa, the Damascus kilo. Ooh, Chels. Finds one, is looking for two, but Artemisa. Yo, this girl kinda nuts with the kilo, bro.
Yo, how are you?
I have been.
He is a freak. He's a beast.
Found herself on that Sparrow shot. But the Angels do maintain this P3. Oh, Brig stuff! Well, it was looking good for a minute there, Verdict, at the beginning of this round, but it is quickly gone in. I think you're right on the money. The arrows can push that up, finds two in the feed to start things off. Those double kills are worth a ton of points, let alone
Everybody, how's it going? It's Cali alongside Day and Verdict as we kick off Mobile Mayhem North America Spring 2023 Week 6. It's the final week before the playoffs and everyone fighting for a top 6 spot. And before we kick off today's schedule, I want to ask our amazing casters, how's their day been so far? Let's start with you, Verdict.
Oh man, it's been great. Then we got a little bit of a new entry into the scene too. Cali, famous man from over in the Garena scene. Absolutely loving it. Killing it already. I've had a great day so far. We only got to see 3 matches in EU, but it was plenty. We got our fill. Now it's time for North America.
Now we got 4 matches today. How about you, Day? How are you feeling today?
Doing pretty all right. We had a clean sweep across the board in Europe earlier, and I'm hoping that is not going to be the case for North America here today. We do have some matchups that I think should be pretty solid, so I'm excited to get into it. Excited to be working with you, Callie, of course, as well with Verdict, and then our wonderful admins as well. Everybody but Nimberly. No, I'm just
Dang, bro! Nim's catching strays this early. We ain't even started the broadcast, really.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't really started yet, but yeah, let's have a look at the schedule of the evening since Day has mentioned. On the first matchup, we have Seminole taking on Devious. Right after that, Galaxity will take on SXC. On the third matchup, it's TLE up against Team Mercy. And to end the night, it's UD Angels and Team 11T. 4 series lineup today, Verdict. Which series are you looking at in this 4-match series?
I think we, talk about a pre-broadcast. I think the one that has the most implication and, the most value, it's got to be this Seminole and Devious one that we're going to start it off with. Devious, pretty solid in the hard points here recently, and Seminole, I mean, they have looked pretty dominant in pretty much every game mode, but more importantly, the search for choice. So I think this one has the highest impact overall, not only in just the standings, but as far as competitive integrity goes, that one's the one I've got to roll with.
All right, let's go. Now, let's take a look at the standings of this today's series, because we already have Luminosity, Galaxia Simplicity, TLE Esports, and Seminole already locked in for the playoffs. Now, we got 2 more spots left for taking, and who do you got locking in that top 5 and top 6 spot?
I truthfully don't think anybody can sleep on Devious. I'm gonna be honest. I did a little bit at the beginning of the season, and this team has actually looked really solid against many of the top competitors. And speaking of the top competitors, I think it's important to look at the number 2, number 3, and number 4 slots on the standings, where you've got Galaxia Galaxia's tied with Seminole on 105, and then you've got TLE on 100. And fighting for one of those top 2 spots is going to be very important, because that can dictate who you are going to play when it comes to the playoffs. So that's going to be a very important part. You look down below that, you've got 11T in that number 5 spot with 80 on the board. Dice in 6th with 70. So they are 20 points ahead of Devious. So Devious have some tough work ahead of them this week. And then you've got Mercy and Angels tied in the number 8 spot, and SXC down in the number 10 spot as well. So a lot on the line for a lot of these teams.
I mean, taking a look at the standings, Devious is hanging by a thread, and they have to go big. Only 50 points and out of the 6th place, and they have to go big this week. I mean, today versus Seminole and Team Mercy on Thursday. And it's really now or never here for Devious if they want to advance and keep that playoff stream alive. This Seminole matchup gonna be a big one. So now I want to ask for you guys, as we look into the schedule, we did see the first matchup. It's gonna be Devious taking on Seminole. Let's take a look at their maps and modes as we are about to start our first series of the day. We got Hardpoint Agenda, we got Meltdown at S&D, and of course we have Standoff at Control. And I want to know how you guys feel after seeing this map. Let's start with you, Day.
For our first matchup?
Yeah.
This is one of the exciting ones I've read and ready to get into. Devious, we have discredited quite a bit this season, and then they keep going up against the top competitors like Luminosity and other teams of the sort. And not only have they found wins, they've almost taken series. So I definitely think that this is a toss-up matchup. If I had to lean on the experience side of things, I would say Seminole should definitely have an edge. But again, I'm not sleeping on Devious again. I did a couple weeks ago, and Luminosity almost paid big.
Yeah, I have to agree with you. I mean, looking at the stats right now for the Hardpoint, I mean, we do have our boys from Devious as the number 1 ranked Hardpoint. Even believe that they even toppled TLE Esports and Luminosity Gaming, and they're going up against the best S&D that's what happened here at North America, which is Seminole. So This first matchup gonna be a big one here on Verdict.
Oh, it's going to be huge. As a matter of fact, this is like the end of the line. If Devious don't come out on top here, I don't think it gets any better. They've got to take this series in a 2-0 fashion. I was taking a look at the schedule. Thursday is the last day of the regular season. They go against Team Mercy for the final day. So that one's still a toss-up. The good thing is, if they win this one, they've got a chance. DICE also have the night off tonight. Going into the last day of the tournament, they're going to be playing up against Angels. I'm not saying that is a shoo-in for either team, but if you're looking at it from a standing perspective, if Devious don't take this one 2-0, this might be where it ends for them. I don't think we see them in the playoffs moving forward.
Hey, it's now or never now for Devious. They have to go really big here tonight, and well, the match is about to start. And let's finally kick off the party. I mean, I leave it to you guys, Verdict and Tatum, man. They know Midway are two amazing casters. Take it away here for our first series.
Damn, Cali, man. We're going big. We got talent across the board, bro. We got something special brewing here. Love to see it, man. Been always wanting to work with this guy. But I'll tell you one thing. We're about to work here in this Hacienda. It is going to be an absolute haymaker. One of these teams going to have the better record afterwards. Is it going to be Seminole? They have been a crowd favorite. They have been very, very dominant here towards the end of this season. We're going to have to see what they can bring to the table now. And Dave, if you're taking a look at it, Devious, you've already mentioned you can't discredit them. This is now or never. End of the road. If they can't take this series, odds not looking great. As we see P1, we'll see what they can do onto the hill as well. Skizzle, the new entry to this similar roster. Looking pretty good with some hill contest time for the time being. The smoke is going to clear out for everybody. He is finally going to get taken down, and lo and behold, it's going to be all-out chaos in P1.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And right now, Devious actually have themselves a couple points racking up on the hill. S-Thug finds a two-piece, 2-red, Rihan, all finding kills to defend this P1. And Devious actually off to a fairly hot start right now. You can see Jazz pushing on up top, actually running away from damage right now. Got the LK in hand, rotates in behind Zolf, gonna pick up one there. Devious do get 18 off the open of the hill, and now you can see Rihan, he's on next, ready to go, playing that anchor position, trying to get the team over to next, because we know this is what is about as close to a money hill as you can get for this map. I think the longer it's been in the scene, the more players have adapted, and it has definitely not been as strong as it once was. But it's still the strongest hill on this map, and a great one to be able to hold.
No, you're absolutely right. Right now, off the rip, it is going to be an early advantage. Devious trying to remain in the driver's seat and in control. Up top, there's still a hot rod in play in the white. Skizzle gets the slide peek, doesn't get a kill. Jazz there to try and get the clean up on the backside. Zai in the mix and out as he goes. Jazz, though, rather, is the player that I was looking at just a moment for the break. He is finally going to come through as he finds two-piece. Haven't seen Mans in the lineup for a few days, and surely enough, he's already having a big impact there as Devious line up the kill feed. They get the retake back onto the objective, and with 30 seconds left to go, they are very much so getting the value out of this money hill. We'll start to see the early rotations potentially here for the side of Seminole, as you can already see it. They have not had very much luck outside of that first break. It does look like they are going to be content. Oh, man, there's still 3 lined in the back. This is bold.
Yeah, and Zolf has already worked himself up to a EMP, which is absolutely huge. Could be used to deal with any hunter-killer threats or possibly even a Wilson if we have anybody running one. Right now, that does not look to be the case. Actually, did that get banned?
Yeah, it got banned. Yeah, I got banned.
That's what I thought. I started saying that, and then I was like, wait a minute. I think I remember seeing that.
Hold up.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
all right. Well,
that's certainly banned right now. What's not banned should be, though, space here with the Sparrow. Let's go. Let's get big shots out of it. He's got 6 left. He's waiting for the cavalry, though. Everyone already onto the objective. They have not been contested, and right now, I mean, he's just kind of shooting, space at the time. No pun intended there, as he's finally going to get one who's dropped into the mix. Zolf right there on the inside for the contest, and right now, the hill's going to be contested not so fast. It's actually just Zolf racking up this hill time. Waiting for Seminole to make a move. They didn't have the backside spawns. They didn't need them for a majority of it. And surely enough, they are going to be able to finally get back onto the hill. Vibin is still right here alongside, being a little bit of a pest, but he is going to be dealt with, as well as Jez. It's a back and forth last 10 seconds. Certainly been scrappy day.
All right, well, Devious continue to have themselves a lead. They're doubled up on their opponents right now, and it's a good position for them to be in. Again, we talked about how important it is for them to get some points here today. and they're in a position where it looks like they are certainly putting their best effort forward to do so. I think it's a big thing to make note of that we don't have solo here for Seminole today. Skizzle making the premier appearance. Looking at the scoreboard, not going good for him right now.
No.
2 and 10. Yeah.
Yeah, you said premiere, and I was like, oh man, this is one of those moments where it's like, hey, you got big shoes to fill. Bolu is out of the mix tonight. Solo is out of the mix tonight. Skizzle, he's got time on board, but a majority of that I can guarantee is contest time. Here comes Superior. Let's see if he can fry him out. There it is, 3 in the feed, just like that. Talking about him not having that much of an impact. There's that premier kind of performance we needed out of him now as the Purifier at big value. Zolf trying to get the contest. He's going to get shut down too. And it is still going to be one player from Devious who was resilient. He is finally going to get dealt with, and 8 seconds left to go. Still a little bit of a scrap here. This one is coming down to the wire. P4 coming down to an end. First set of hills, 102 to about 60. It's 59 is where that score line is going to end. And a resounding performance so far from Devious. Regardless of who's playing, they have literally just been manhandling these objectives to a T, and that's what you need to see with a team that's being on the chopping line.
Yeah, and Zolf's coming through big for the team right now, not only leading the lobby in kills on 16, but also currently sitting on 79 seconds on the hill. By far the most of the team. Skizzle is sitting on 78 for the opposition, and it has come up in kills. It's now gone from a 2 and 10 to a 9 and 13, so definitely in a much better position now. Maybe had to shake off a little bit of those nerves. S-Thug coming in from behind, going to find one before getting taken down. Devious, they continue to hang on to about a 60-point lead right now, about a full hill hold. And this is exactly why I've said at the beginning of the broadcast that I am not sleeping on this team again. You look at the historic kind of values that these 10 players bring. And I think most people would look at Seminole and say, man, this team is going to come through and destroy. And the past couple of weeks for Devious, that has not been the case. They've been putting their best foot forward, and that's a big kill for Rehan. They're not space off the Sparrow.
I didn't even get a chance to slide over to his perspective, man. What was looking like an early rotation is now going to be butchered. Zolf putting in the time here on the objective, and he's got some kills to go along with it. The wrap, it's Rehan. Here comes the Pretty. It's going to find 2 for 2 red. That might be it. 45 seconds left to go here on the objective. What we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and buckle down. Devious, they have the driver's seat for both the points and the hill for the time being. Let's see if they can make the rotation as well. Let's see how those calms down now for the first listening.
Back me. No. Go get rock. I got him. Go next, Zop. I'm gonna go with you.
Nah, go shit, Asta. Go.
Yeah, they're gonna try going by. Yeah, I'm gonna cut off.
Rotate.
Go. Zop, don't let them go inside ground.
Top. He's going top office.
Okay, now they're wrapping around. I'm gonna just stay here for like...
Office, in front of you.
Yeah.
Good shit.
Okay, they're spawning pool side.
No, one's secret. One top. Going top office. He's in the top right. Side.
There's 2 fucking guard side. There's 2 guard side.
They're flat.
I won.
There's two pushing. I'm gonna pop my enemy when I get close to hill. Just play the hill.
I got it.
One more guard side. 2 guard side. 3 guard side. They're all guard side.
All right, comms sounded very devious. As a matter of fact, we take a look at it. This team has powerhoused their way in. Here comes Deanny from Rehan. Loving the comms, the back and forth, the shots. My God, game 5 ready here. Not necessarily going to a game 5, though. This one is just a performance that is necessary for the end of this season to be a playoff run. As we see 15 seconds left to go, only 25 seconds needed. A rotation over to new is where we're going to find Devious at now, as they can see it. Only a little bit of time just to put this one away, Dave.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I knew Devious had a chance in this one with the way they've been playing. I didn't expect this kind of domination. I mean, this is brutal. I mean, this is absolutely brutal right now. Only 25 points away from coming through with a victory. And guess what? They're first on the next hill as well. They're stacked deep, looking to lock this one down. Time continues to stick away. And my goodness, it doesn't even look like Seminole are getting a whole lot moving towards Zolf. Coming through the Purifier, going to find an extra kill. I don't think he gets space with the burn. in space, able to make the break for the team with only 10 seconds to go. Now, let me tell you, if Seminole make a comeback happen here, it would be absolutely
This is
incredible.
Yeah,
There's
it'd be
no
incredible.
way, right?
Yeah, I mean, look, there's 10 seconds. You didn't even hit the 100-point club as of yet. I mean, there's a hope, there's a way. Obviously, if there's a will, there is one as well. But they have not put themselves in the best of positionings. There goes the contest. Kizzle going to be shut down. Might have been a little bit camera shy at first, but he's put it all on the line since. Unfortunately, it's just not going to be enough. The contest not going to come through in game one in a very, very dominant performance. Devious striking real quick and putting themselves up top. I said earlier to Callie, hey, stats, you called it, the hardpoint, good. But for the standings purpose, they need to win this series 2-0 a day. They are starting off on the right foot.
Yeah, starting off on the right foot is absolutely huge against the number 3 team right now, or tied for number 2 team in Seminole with 105 points on the board. Remember, guys, Devious sit 20 points behind Dice right now, so they need a win here just to tie up, let alone we still have games for Thursday as well. Dice is going to have opportunities to get their own points. So Seminole, they obviously are at least comfortable, locked into the playoffs, but Devious, they need to play their hearts out, and you can see that they are right now.
Oh, yeah. I don't think we've ever seen anything like this. I mean, on the left-hand side of your screen, these are like known players. Stage 5 contenders for MVPs, winners. Some of the best at any given time. And it just wasn't their performance. Obviously, we got to take into consideration that this is not the roster that they normally play. We haven't seen Jez for quite some time. We haven't seen Skizzle ever. This is his debut. As a matter of fact, he got, added in 40 minutes before the broadcast started as a sub that replaced Kira. So what we will say is there's a lot more going on in the background and what doesn't meet the eye, but the outcome does not matter about that. Devious, they came to play, and certainly they did now, and they'll take all these points off the back now. Can they do it to Search or Destroy, though? That is the biggest question. I think when I was looking at the stats that Callie was presenting, I knew they were struggling. I didn't think it was as bad, though. I don't think they have won 8. They've won 1 Search or Destroy game all season long, Dave. All season long. 1-6 is their record in S&D. That's about as big as of an F as you can get. Is there an F+? Is there an FF+? They need this series in a 2-0, and based off of those stats, I don't know. Anybody on the left-hand side of their screen could be a challenge.
I mean, that was certainly a interesting game for sure, and that's not the performance I expect to see out of Jez specifically.
Yeah. I mean, one of the best. Okay, the best player in NA all of last year at one point for a long expended amount of time. And when we get to land of it was kind of split. I think Tech had a very, very consistent performance. I think Jez certainly was still one of those players that you could always count on finding numerous amount of kills. Obviously, he did not have his fair share of kills that game. He got to 20, but no, he didn't even get to 20. That's tough. He got 20 seconds in the objective, but he only got 19 kills. Definitely not the best way to start the series off, but we've got the hard point, or down. That's the hard part here against this Devious team. You've got easier roads ahead of you. The Search or Destroy, as I mentioned, 1-6, Dave. How are you 1-6 in Search or Destroy? And we see why you're not a top 6 team, though, because you haven't performed in Search or Destroy or Control. So they've got to perform here. There's no question, no ifs, ands, no buts about it.
I gotta agree with you there. I don't think at this level of competition for a team that comes through and takes down Luminosity in a hard point, that takes down Seminole in a hard point, has an excuse to not have an answer to the Search and Destroy and the Control. So this needs to be a big week for Devious. They've started off with a good hard point here. They're on their way to potentially a 2-0 victory, but it depends on what version of Seminole we see show up here in the Search and Destroy. Obviously, I talked a lot about what the sniper talents can bring to the table for a team, and that's going to play a big factor here in this matchup for both sides. Obviously, we know Rihan has fairly been on an A game when it comes to the snipes, but it doesn't seem like they come at the optimal times or in a position where the team can really capitalize on it, or that the team just doesn't capitalize when he gets an early pick. So I'll be on the lookout for Rihan to set the way for Devious here. You look over at the opposition, you've got the likes of Space, you've got Blur, you've got Zai, you've got Jez. All of these guys have sniped in the past, so kind of a big question of who's going to bring that snipe to the table here, and how are they going to perform against.
Yeah, we'll take a look at it too. It's the best of three. Everybody can see on the screen where we heading for that search to destroy. It's Meltdown, it's the nuclear stacks, it's the generators, it is all the above. We're certainly going to bring the utmost, highest capabilities for some of these snipers. We'll see if they can get involved. That's one of the biggest struggles here in a map like this. You've got a wide open lane on that B front, but can you get involved when that hit comes through onto the A site? I think one of the better players in sniping, if you need to get that A function, you need to have those top office control. And I don't mean the boiler rooms, I mean those top offices. You know, you got two of them on each side. The ones who have the most control up there and who have the best vantage points, clearly going to be the most implicated now as we're going to get geared up for it. We're starting up here in just a second, ladies and gentlemen. Game number 2 of our premier matchup of the night is Meltdown Search and Destroy, is where this one could come to an end day. But based off the stats, Devious, they've got their work cut out for them. They're going to be on the attack here in the first 6 rounds. They're really going to have to turn the Jets up here early on.
All right, well, we are spawned into our Meltdown Search and Destroy, and it is going to be Seminole on the defense to start things off. Looking at the sniper lineup for these two teams, it does look like we got Rihan on the snipes, clearly for the side of Devious, and he's going to open up with one onto Space, and for the side of Seminole, it looks like Space and Zai are currently taking up those 2 sniper positions. I gotta say, one thing I miss here is PPSH Jez. Anybody remember how crazy Jez was with the PPSH when everyone else said it was trash?
God, I don't know why.
I don't even. Rihan.
Good
oh
night.
My goodness.
What is man's on? He woke up and ate his Wheaties. Right now it's all blurred. He's got a switchblade. He doesn't have Vibin though. And a dominant start. And you mentioned it. The player to watch. I watched for a little bit. Didn't think he was going to put the moves and shots on the Skizzle, so I moved over, and sure enough, he had 3 in a feed. Rihan starting off early, and again, that top office control. If you're hitting that A site, you've got to have someone up there to get a little bit of a vantage point. Space didn't know what hit him last round. Payoff round. Big little interaction here for Red, who's going to be able to get the middle of the map caught. He's got Space as well. Rihan going to be able to find one as well. Blur traded out as he does take one to go. Skizzle going to get involved in the equation, but it's a 2v3 here for the retake. Zai looking to deal the pressure up top here. He's got Rihan on an island. Doesn't know what's going to hit him right there in the back. Going to be turned. S-Thug looking for that player. He's going to find him. Skizzle now in a 1v2. Gets the first, but does not concede the second round in a row. Going in favor of the boys in yellow. Devious starting off on a very, very good foot.
Well, talked about them being 1-6 in Search and Destroy. They might be looking to make it 2-7 here today with a hot start coming out of Rihan. You've also got S-Thug, Vibin, and 2Red all on 2 kills apiece as well. Space, unable to find anything yet. But all it takes is a single gunfight to start changing things. Skizzle gonna open up with 1 onto 2Red there. Vibin here for a refrag, taking down Zai. The 1-for-1 trade is through. We did get the bomb plant out of Devious as well. Rihan coming through with another one, but he's getting collapsed on from 2 sides. Jez gonna pick him off. It's gonna leave Vibin and S-Thug in a 2v3. Vibin finds 1 before getting dropped by Space. Now S-Thug, last alive, 18 seconds.
Oh, shots go through.
Oh.
Space tries to get the job done. Jez, 8 seconds left to go. This one's done. S-Thug doesn't even have to win the gunny. Jez just going to be forced to shoot his shot. Can't even get that one to land. And S-Thug, the clutch. That one looked like it was supposed to go in favor of Seminole, but consensus says S-Thug not only played time very, very well, but he could also shoot the deagle. just as great now. 3 rounds, rocking and rolling. Devious looking to make that stat line in Search or Destroy towards the end of the season a little better. That stat line needs a lot of love. One map here can certainly change their luck moving forward. So we'll see what pays off. No body here for the B-side hit. Skizzle gonna be forced back in the middle of the line, or the middle of the map, as we're gonna find the remainder of the players. Great job of holding on the backside rotation Rihan did, but he did get dropped last round as well. Vibin opening up with the first, and just like that, we've got a 4v5 here for the retake.
All right, well, space down. Not good for Seminole on the retake here. This could be a devious 4-0 lead. Zolf able to find another. The 2-for-1 trade comes through. Rihan taking down Jez as well. Flank is coming through, but Zai on the bomb taken down, and now Blur in a 1v3 with 12 seconds to make it work. Can't even win the first gunfight, let alone the next 2 in the defuse. Devious storming through this matchup right now. 4-0 lead on the offense.
I gotta say, man, they picked up the same exact tempo that they started and ended on there in the search, or in the hardpoint. My God, it is a beatdown. Over to B we go. Or A, rather. It looks like we're gonna see 2 more rounds left to go. Blur might have disconnected. What was that, bro? Moment too big, can't handle the pressure. The nade just explodes right in his face. Nonetheless, bomb's gonna go down, and we don't care about any of that, says Devious. We'll take the advantage where we can get it. Jez gonna be able to take down the top frag and Rihan. He's got a top side perch as well. He's got a lineup just as good. Zolf put in a lot of work there in the hard point, but Jez gonna call his number. Doesn't matter. His team's got his back. Devious, you mentioned it earlier. They are stomping their feet and wiping anything that gets in their way. 5 rounds in a row. Not even a single contest. The rounds have not been close.
Someone might need to tell Blur that you can't get respawn advantage by killing yourself with a nade and Search and Destroy, because that was not a good way to start off that round. But looks like Blur maybe having some connection issues. Does get the reconnect there, and is now marching out of spawn. So far, it's a 2-for-1 trade, actually in favor of the Seminole this time around. But Blur down again. Dude, homie must be, like, just hard disconnecting.
Yeah, he's hard disconnecting. All right, Zolf. He's got a hard disconnect space on that one. Jez, the last hope. He's got 4 kills. As we see Blur reconnect yet again. He's going to need 2 more. Jez is here for this round. Bomb's about to go down. Zolf going to go ahead and make sure it is laid properly. S-Thug holding this angle like it is his life depending on it. What I'll say is the A site a little bit harder to hold, especially when you got multiple points of entry. Jez going to be able to take advantage of one of those. Zolf, he's on the trail of one, and he's just going to get out of dodge for the time being. No, he's going to turn around.
Oh, my goodness.
And it's personal, up close, the point blank, 6 rounds in a row. We might be seeing a 7-0 Seminole. The best team in all Search and Destroy, statistically speaking, not looking like the best. Not today, not by a mile.
This is looking rough for sure. 6-0 lead for Devious. I mean, we were just talking about them being 1-6 for the season in Search and Destroy. Now they're taking on the best Search and Destroy team and coming through with a possibly a victory here. I mean, I think it is important to make note that 1, we don't have Bolu, right? 2, we don't have Solo, and clearly we don't have Blur either. Homie has died twice to his own.
Yeah, I don't know what. Oh my God, that's the last time though.
Man.
We'll see you next game. Nope, it's not happening tonight. That is going to do it for our first series. Said this was the premier matchup of the night. It did not deliver. Not even close. Holy hell. 7-0. The wipe, the sweep. It's out in effect here, and it's running rampant. Much needed points, though, for Devious. We can't neglect that. They came through and earned their keep, and certainly put their names up there as being a top 6 contender. Again, that ultimately still has to come down to their last day performance, as well as the head-to-head against that DICE team. We'll just say for storyline purposes, they're tied for the moment. Ultimately, they still got to perform on Thursday as well. We'll take a look at the stats here before we head back. It does look like Zolf does get the MVP, but hey, you know, 5 plants on board with 6 kills, I'll take it. PTFO, S-Thug coming through with 10 kills as well. And a very, very, very decisive victory there for Devious. They take that 20 points and head back to the bank. Now we're going to go ahead and head back to our host desk. Callie, talk to me. That did not look like it was the way it was supposed to go, am I right?
I mean, just by looking at the stats, you would think that Seminole would stand a little bit more greater chance at winning that S&D, but no, it wasn't the case. Guess what? Seminole, before this day, they were 7-0 during the S&D here at Mobile Mayhem North America Spring 2023, but today, that win streak ends. I mean, Devious 1-6. Who would have thought a team that has, you know, a very low win rate be able to pull up massive feats like this? But then again, we really have to consider what they said earlier. They had Blur really having a rough time in this game. They don't have their usual starters in the matchup, so that right there just amplified the way Seminole won this game, Verdict.
No, I mean, absolutely. You factor in all of the things that this roster endured. You don't have your starters. You have a Jez who doesn't look like he's back up to peak performance. I'm not saying that he looked terrible in that series, but he certainly didn't look like he was doing Jez-esque things. Blur connectivity issues. I don't know if bro is just connecting to the Trovo chat, was just trying to spectate, or I don't know what. He had the hardest time staying connected. As a matter of fact, he ate 2 nades back-to-back rounds. That is very tough, and a lot of adversity there for Seminole to overcome. But hey, players are responsible for their connection issues and whatnot, but doesn't matter. Devious do take the series. They do get the 20 points.
Yeah, they do get the 20 points. And to top it all off, they 100-point club Seminole as well, and even gave them a sweep here at this S&D day. So now this is just the start of their journey. They do have to win up against Team Mercy on Thursday. How are you liking the odds of them after this recent victory?
Hey, I mean, they look dominant. They still don't convince me in the Search and Destroy day. I don't know if you're on board with that, but the rounds were close, but they weren't close. There was a lot of things that were, a lot of moving parts that you can't really factor in, but statistics will tell you one story. Their Search and Destroy just hasn't looked great all season long.
Obviously. And Nede, what's your thoughts on that?
I think I would take Seminole, or I'm sorry, I think I would take Devious all day over Team Mercy. Would be my honest prediction. But it really just depends, because we've seen obviously the past couple weeks the kind of high end of what Seminole can do, or in Seminole, of what Devious can do. But we've also seen obviously games massively get thrown by them as well. So it does kind of depend just what version of them shows up. Obviously, the likes of Team Mercy is Cryzo, Legacy, Losty, Tsunami, and Lethal. So that's a team with potential. But I don't know. Do we know who? There's like a moth in my room. Do we know who Dice play on Thursday?
Oh, Dice will be playing UD Angels on Thursday. So it's gonna be very gonna get rough in there. I don't know how this the standings work, but if we do see Devious 2-0 TM, they're gonna be tying up the point system, and they will have the win advantage since they win more maps, which is 11 and 10 compared to Dice 8 and 10. But we'll know that on Thursday. That will be all for this first series as we take a quick break. Let's hear from our sponsors. Coming right up next, it's Galaxy Simplicity versus SXC.
Shots go through. Space tries to get the job done. Jez, 8 seconds left to go. This one's done.
Welcome back to the desk. It's Cali, Verdict, and Day. We're hopping into our second series of the night. It's the number 2 seed Galactic Simplicity taking on the 10th seed SXC. This series, just by looking at the numbers, really favors Galactic Simplicity. But I want to know our casters' insights on this. Let's start with you, Verdict.
I think you hit the nail on the head there. Statistics speak a lot, but not just statistics, but overall like presence in the North American scene. This Galaxia team has looked too good this season to give up here in the last few days. This is the long stride, right? This is the end of the road, right? They got a playoff berth right around the corner, and I think they are finally starting to hit that peak form.
Of course, and well, for Galactic Simplicity, they have the opportunity to take in and tie in for that number 1 seed to end the night if they secure a solid victory here up against SXC. Let's take a look at our maps and modes. And they, we already see Galactic Simplicity, they're already locked in for the playoffs. Like, do you take the opportunity and gamble with some maps? Like, did you see any of that as we look into this 3-game set?
I'm sorry, I missed that. What now?
Well, Galactic Simplicity's already locked in for the playoffs. Like, do you take the opportunity and gamble with the maps? Like, did you see any of that here at this 3-game set that we have?
I mean, I think letting Arsenal through is smart for any team right now, obviously, just because we haven't seen it. It's a recent addition. A lot of teams have just flat out been banning it away, which is really, really stupid, especially if you call yourself a professional player. You're truly setting yourself up for failure by not getting that practice in. So I think letting Arsenal through is smart for the competition ahead. I think Express is a map that all teams could use practice on, and same goes Crossroads Strike. So I don't really think it's a gamble. I think this is a team that is high up in the standings. They see a opponent that they can afford to maybe get some practice against, and I think that's the smart play. For all the other teams that are just banning these maps away, good luck and champs.
Yeah, I want to just tag along on that one. I think that's like you hit it right there on the head. The thing about today is you're playing up against an opponent that hasn't won a single map. This is your chance to get that practice in, Day. So glad you brought that up.
Yeah, very impressive stuff there. Very good detail for you, Day. Galactic Simplicity definitely looking to seize this opportunity. And well, I'll leave it to you, amazing casters, to host up this event. I mean, that Arsenal Hardpoint gonna be a very good one. Good luck.
Alrighty, we are going to take the venture now as everyone's about ready to go. We got Arsenal, which, oh my, I forgot to change the map pool or the map video. There we go, we got it. There's a new one up there. It's a little shaky, but hey, it's in the mix. It's in the swing of things. We're gonna get geared up for a full brand new map pool here for all 3 game modes. This is all new map additions added to the swing of things. So I'm excited to see this one play out. We got a chance to cast this one earlier. Kings might be the best Arsenal Hardpoint playing team to exist in Call of Duty Mobile right now.
All right, well, we should be getting into it momentarily. I do believe all of our players are readied up, Verdict. I think everyone would be on the same page for this one, that Galaxity is very likely going to win fairly unopposed.
Okay.
I guess we'll have to see, though. I mean, right? We talked a little bit about how it is kind of a gamble playing on a map that hasn't been in long, that we have heard from multiple teams that they're just flat out not scrimming on them, and then coming into the broadcast and also banning them away. So it's really hard to say, but you know, based on the history, based on the scoring for these two teams, I don't see a reason why Galaxity should drop a map here.
I'm right on board with you right now. Starting lineup. It is going to be Ralph there for the contest. AO is Pepe, Cartels, Jesus, and Kings. Kings leading this team to victory. Many strides in many different game modes. Obviously, Hardpoint is his very well known. I think he leads the department in kills. We'll have to see if the box get an updated version. 25 seconds left to go. A little scrappy here is P1. Right in the open. You got a little bit of a vantage point. You got several points of entry, and you've got smokes for days. Here comes the hit from Jesus Saves. Katas is going to stick, but it is ultimately going to go in favor of the team in blue, as they are going to have the numbers to prevail. And the rotations over to New, well, they've got a little bit of a lockdown. Look for those backside spawns for the time being. It does look like SXC are going to try and get their fair share. Quinn wins a big gunfight there, but he's got to stay alive for a majority now, as nobody here to have his back at the moment.
All right, well, still very early on, but a little bit of a lead developed for Galaxity here. They're in a good position to keep rolling things. Obviously, it's a little difficult for you guys in chat to see the mini-map right now. It's currently bugged a little bit off screen. We've seen this in the past. It usually gets fixed pretty quickly within an update or so. So definitely hoping to see that in the near future. Because I think the mini-map is a very important tool that we have on our client, and not being able to use it can really just cause a lot of information to go awry. So I think Verdict's got a pretty good kind of walk around for it right now, just so he has it available. I try to pop it open as much as I can, see where these rotations are coming through, and
it feels like you're blindsided at times, right?
It does, because
Yeah.
I'm like so used to like looking at the mini map to see where the flanks are coming from and things of that nature. It gives me a lot of insight on where the action's about to be. So definitely hoping that gets fixed soon, because right now it is it is flat out just Galaxity with a dominating lead. Quinn finds one, but isn't able to find the follow-up, ends up getting taken down by the Hunter Killer. I guess at that point, you maybe save your teammate. He was probably going to die there anyway, but...
No. Oh, Henry, able to play his life. Backside spawns compromised. Jesus Saves coming to spoil the day for the flip side of things. And with 60-second advantage rolling into it, they've got 30 seconds to flirt with. Jinkatsu going to get gunned. Excellence for the backside for Henry. Not going to be able to get the trade there. He does find one before he goes, and Jesus. My guy hasn't died since P1. He's on an 8, making a 9. They are feasting him. And I'll take a look at it, and again, we've got a double dose of Caster Curse today. I think this is the second time we've done it. Both times were 10+ kill streaks, but as we see in Arsenal, all good things must come to an end. P3 down and packed. Looking at the rotations, you already see a big influence in the team in yellow. That is going to be SXC. Open up the advantages as we see the artillery open up for business. The big guns are out to play, and surely plenty of space here to contest at least if you don't have the numbers to get in and prevail and get this break. Oh man, this one is like
Almost a 4-piece there from Quinn with the Sparrow, but unable to get that last kill. I think his teammate was able to get it locked down. We've actually found SXC getting some time on the hill, making a good rotation through the backside, but you can see Kings has also done the same. Now, poor Quinn just literally respawned in the line of sight of 2 players of Galaxity. I mean, we talk about how bad the P4 spawns can be on Raid. That might have been worse.
Like I said, P4s in 5-point maps, absolutely contagious to have the bug. That bug is P4 spawns suck. Right now, it's all about P5. Over to the meeting room we go. Advantage initially going to be there for the early setup. You can see it. There are 2 on the hill so far for SXC. They're going to remain in it. Nice little display there, the banner for the RCXD, the RXD, whatever, the RCXD. God dang, bro, I'm just butchering this one. Those cars used to be fun back in the day. You get to drive them right here at COD Mobile. They're banned in competitive play. Probably for the best. Absolutely. We'll see for the better. Grab Vortex popped out there for excellent. They're going to be able to find a 2-piece and a break that is absolutely needed. And a newer map being played pretty well for a newer team making an interest here in Mobile Mayhem North America.
All right, well, things continue to rock and roll for these 2 teams. We saw a little bit of a comeback fight out of SXC there, but it is once again going to be Galaxity coming through and taking a lead, extending it even further. They're sitting up about 80 points above their opponents right now, with not a lot to show that it is going to be slowing down. And let's see what streaks we have available for these 2 teams. Looks like we've got a Hunter Killer and 2 Preds available on the side of Galaxity, and that's it. The streaks that you guys see available for SXC is going to be 2 shield turrets and a care package, which are obviously not usable. So definitely a big factor there. Next hill opens up, and this could be a potentially big one for the side of Galaxity. They've got operators available. Like I said, they got a couple score streaks to kind of help them deal with things. And they've got positional control right now. Popping open the mini-map, you can see that they're in a really good spot to be able to cut their opponents off from coming in, and the Gravity Vortex is going to do just that out of Cartels.
Yeah, it is right there. We're lead us to our first listen, and things got hot and heavy in the first rotation. Might be closing it out here in a second, as we see 190 and counting there on the left-hand side of your screen. We're going to go ahead and jump in. Let's see how those comps sound for Galaxity.
One shot. I have the EMP, by the way. Just let me know when you get a Vortex or something.
I already put my Vortex.
What about you, Peppa? You got your Sparrow?
No.
Oh shit, backstory.
P1 excellence, window now. I spawned.
Watch over me.
I got you, yes, I got you. Got him on spawn,
One yellow.
In the box, Yes, he got him.
One more yellow.
Let me use my EMP. Yes, I'm gonna go top hill. Get on hill. Pick up hill.
Good shit.
Yo, two back storage. You're coming back in.
Sniper's dead. I'm looking.
Yeah, back storage.
Watch
my cut.
What the hell, Cafe? He's coming cut right now. Cut.
I'm watching cut. He smoked it up.
Boy band dead. Both dead.
I'm left from the top, Pepe.
Play this?
Top. Tunnel side. He might be tunnel.
Cafe.
Watch my cut. Get my cut. Somebody get my cut.
Yo, 2 coming cut. Damn. 3 cut.
2 black tunnel.
Nice.
Yo, no, temple. Tunnel. Go on the cut right now. One more hill. Sniper's on the heady as well. Oh, wait, we went up. Commit.
All right, here are the comms right there as my game does crash. I do have the iPad up and running for you guys. Sorry about that one. Game is coming down to the wire here. 2 seconds only needed. No contest in sight. That one is it, ladies and gentlemen. Game 1 in a bit of a very convincing fashion. Going to go in favor of, we said it earlier, Galaxity. Not really much of a contest. As a matter of fact, it was a brutal one. A little bit of a decent start for SXC, but as the game progressed, you could clearly tell Galaxity were not letting their guard down here, regardless of what kind of map selection they had come through.
Yeah, definitely a strong win coming through for them. The 250 to 68, and realistically, the better half of those 68 points were from one hill out of the side of SXC. So kind of rough, but this is exactly what we expected with the experience that the side of Galaxity bring to the table. Obviously, their record here this season shows that they're a top contender, and well, in this matchup, they continue to be so. SXC getting that experience, maybe get an opportunity for some VOD review here, but I do fully expect this one to be over in 2-0 fashion. Galaxity is a very, very strong search and destroy team in their own right as well, and well, it looks like they're firing on all cylinders today, working as a coordinated team. And unfortunately, I just don't think SXC is up to the challenge, shy of a miracle. Now, I would love to see them come through and prove me wrong. I just don't think it's going to happen.
Those are very, very accurate statements being made. We took a little bit. There's not much to see there in that after action report. It was a lot of positivity on one side and a lot of negativity, plus another 100-point club. Not much to see here, as we might be getting buckled up for another 2-0 sweep. Surely tonight was, potentially packed, right? A great night for, our host, Callie, to get introduced to the North America scene. Well, this is also the other side of the North America scene that a lot of people get to see not too often, but on days like this, it's very likely we see sweeps. Let's take a look at what map is right around the corner. It is Express here for the Search or Destroy. Newer selection being made. First time I'll see the boys over from Galaxity make their debut, and it should be a decent one. It's an OG banger from back in the Black Ops 2 era. Certainly should be one of, if anything, the best Search or Destroy map that that Black Ops presented, right?
I could agree with that.
Yeah.
I really like Express. I've always liked Express, so I'm on board with that one. It's a great addition to not only COD Mobile in general, but to the COD Mobile competitive scene. So I'm on board with it. I can't wait to see more Express, and more importantly, I can't wait to see the kind of ultimate top level that Express brings to the table. Your stage 4, your stage 5, so on and so forth. So a lot on the line for these teams as we continue to progress through the year. Obviously, the competitions will only get more and more intense with more and more on the line. And I fully expect Galaxity to be one of those teams that's competing for a stage 5 position.
Well, I think you're absolutely right. I mean, if anything, we've talked about it before. This North America scene is very, very talented, very unpredictable here in these last few weeks. Well, I mean, you'd have told me at the beginning of the season that Devious would have just absolutely wrecked Seminole. I would have laughed in your face and called you silly. We didn't even present them as a top 6 team, and right now they're battling for a spot in the top 6. They manhandle their opponents in Seminole today, and they may not even make the cut. That'll just tell you how stacked to the brim this talent is. Go ahead and jump right into the action. It is going to be game number 2. Search or Destroy on the classic Express. Certainly should be very exhilarating for some of you old heads. Some of you new as well. We'll see some different perspectives as well off the rip. I'm going to be on board with Jesus, man. Has been on a mission towards the end of this season, and man, has he, just put in the absolute god tier work in the Search or Destroy. Raph actually opening up at the first blood. Kizzy there for the trade on Kings, and certainly got a little bit of map control on the left-hand side of our screen.
Yeah, definitely a little bit, even though there was a 1-for-1 trade off the start. In fact, it's Henry coming through with a nice big 2-piece for the team. That's going to leave Cartels and Pepe left alone in a 2v4. The bomb plant comes through. Obviously, we're going to be on the B bomb here. And a lot of close range angles going to be played for the defense here. Going to be very difficult for Pepe and Cartels to make their way in, but Pepe's going to be here to find one. Now opting to double back. Cartels finds another, but gets taken down. Oh, goodness.
Oh, excellent last known location inside of the main. Will he be able to play time? He's got 10 seconds. Goes to check and peek. Pepe's right in your face and guns blazing. Excellence. Clutches it up for the squad. And a very, very dramatic round number 1. SXC striking early. Express newly added to the competitive map pool selection and being played so far pretty damn well for both sides. 1v1 leads to the right-hand side of the screen where they'll have the advantage right now. It's all about this next round. We'll see what the side of Galaxity can do as first blood comes through in the form of Pepe, who wraps the rear for the flank. He's got pretty good position as well.
And he got a little bit of vengeance on Excellence there. Now we're getting ready to get the bomb picked up. It's going to be in the hands of Jinkatsu. Might be going for a plant here. Looks like Jinkatsu's going to find one. Quinn is going to find another. Again, we actually are in a pretty decent position for SXC, but now things starting to fall apart a little bit now. Once again, down to a 1 versus 1. Cartels backing way off, trying to get up into the top side, possibly to come down through the staircase. That looks to be the case. They're gonna butt heads right now.
No.
Oh, Cartels, this is so free.
Oh! Yikes! That's a tough way to go. Cartels wins the up close and personal. The HVK, not necessarily the best gun in that percentage. Now, you take a look at it, maybe you get that plant down, you get a little bit of distance between the rotation, maybe hold off, maybe one of those weird angles. You got an HVK that's a little better for range. I mean, you can hit up close, but obviously that CBR, certainly something that can hit from both. Comes through in a clutch there. Staircase is where it ends. Now, we're tied 1 for 1. Back to A or B site we go. Jesus. Opening up, finds his first. Raph going to be able to find a second.
Goodness.
And just like that, this one's still a little bit of a back and forth. Fair, not so fast, my friend. It's just Kizzy. Oh, Kizzy. Oh, Kizzy.
Just Kizzy in a 1v3. Can't win the first one against, I believe, former teammate AO Raph, right? They were on a roster last year together? Does that sound familiar? Am I crazy?
Maybe. I don't know. He might be. Yeah, it looks like you. It sounds like you know a little bit more than I do. I don't recall Kizzy. Was this a new addition? Because I haven't seen him all season long.
I don't know if I've seen him all season long either, but
he's crafty with it. Oh,
we've seen him in seasons past. You know.
I like it. I like it right now.
All right. Well, kills coming through. It's a 3v3. This has actually been a very even search and destroy, so I got to give SXC some credit here. But Cartel's going to find an extra one onto Henry. That's going to be bombed down. Does get picked up. I actually don't think Cartel's noticed he got bombed down there. That's going to be one for Excellence. It's now a 2 versus 2. Jesus in a good spot. Kind of knows roughly where his opponent is.
Oh, that's a tough way to go.
Almost pays. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, mentally, not your friend there on that one. And certainly a spicy one indeed. Now, it's 1v2 that could go either way. Quinn not losing that one. We would have had to put you on a t-shirt if you did, homie. Very much could have been the case. Jesus, last player alive. Ice in his veins. Well, we got the bullet train here as the bomb's going to be spotted. Jesus has nowhere to really go here as he's just looking for the setup. Quinn's got to make this transition right in front of his face. As that bomb is down around the outskirts where that hop-up was kind of failed earlier by Quinn, or not Quinn, but I believe it was Excellent. So Quinn now in a little bit of an undoable spot. Let's see if Jesus can pinpoint this player and execute him before the job's even done. Look at him. He's all the way back, bro. He's trying to get as much distance as possible. Oh, that's free as it gets, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, one of the things that we've talked about in the past, I know there was, maybe the beginning of last year, or maybe it was even the end of the year before, we had a player on firing range die with the bomb in the tower. So,
yeah.
I mean, that's one of those things you got to think about. I don't think that's as bad as the tower, but certainly one of those positions where you got to be a little bit wary when you make that aggressive push by yourself, where you're leaving the bomb, what your team is going to have to do to kind of recover from that situation. And unfortunately for the side of SXC there, it was a sniper who was able to just sit all the way back and grab that work. And now Excellence left alone in a 1v5. This is going to be a 4-1 lead for the side of Galaxia here, shy of just beyond a miracle.
Oh, they're trolling now. Look at this box
Jesus
to close out.
In the sauce right now.
And
oh,
Jesus
man.
had no idea. Luckily enough, everybody and their mothers were here for the collapse. 4-1 lead. Things getting a bit drastic and out of hand. First round proved to be successful on the attacking side for SXC. They have gone radio silent since. Let's see if they can pick up slack. Oh my, buddy, I don't know if you know Express, but this train is certainly coming. Excellent, get out of harm's sight. There it goes. That's not King Kong. Chat, that is the map playing its speedy bullet train in effect. It might shake up the screen a little bit. I don't know what Excellent was thinking there, but luckily he gets away from Wade's harm. Hendrick, bomb carrier, made his way top patrol. Pepe went in the first gunfight. And surely enough, I think this might be a map glitch. You saw everything that's down on the left-hand side on the track. That's kind of a bug that we need to address at some point.
Where are you looking at right now?
If you look on the tracks, anybody that crosses the tracks, the train... Oh, Kizzy, good shot. The train is actually not coming, but those panels are down, like the train is coming. You can't see it from... Yeah.
That's a good point. That's a good point. Was the train invisible, or did they just stay down?
No, they just stayed down. I don't think they ever recovered from last round. That train came through right as the round ended, and the train has yet to make its way. I think it comes through every 90 seconds. Twice in Search and Destroy, it could possibly go, but to read a little bit more. COD Mobile, a little different than your console. Right now, this bomb's being held hostage. Ransom note reads, there are two players there. Oh, there's no way! Kizzy! Ralph got to be able to, I mean, just literally hang on by a thread there. No shots connected. That one should not have missed. And that might be the round. Kizzy now going to be forced now as we see the rumble and shake. The train does come through. He does find one. Rounds the corner. Cartels right in the corner, homie. Couldn't get the job done. 5-1. Lead extended. That is going to be an advantage. Still just continuing to grow for the boys and gals over at Galaxity.
All right, the 5-1 lead in favor of Galaxity. Unfortunately for SXC, it's come down to a lot of 1v1s that they just have not been able to pull off. And wow, this one's not coming down to a 1v1.
No.
This one is not coming down to a 1v1.
Yikes.
This is who brought Domination back?
Yeah, I know, right? I thought Domination was removed.
Oh,
Yikes.
Goodness.
My God. Okay. Well, started off pretty close. It was first two rounds where we were like, okay, SXC, it might be able to get something going here. And then all momentum shut down. The drought. It's been absolute real excellence in squad over at SXC. Yet to get on board since that one. Even though the smoke shot's not going to prevail, Jinkatsu, the only one here onto this A site, as that is where the hit is coming through. Train side, lock down the tracks. And here comes the plant. Looks like it's going to get laid down perfectly. Let's see if Jinkatsu can get some shots in. Gets away his location. Chucks the nade. Maybe should have got that nade out first for a little bit of intel. Nonetheless, job's done. 40 seconds left to go. With 4 players left standing on both sides. Make it 3. Kizzy going ham towards the end of this one. Didn't miss any of those shots. Kings right below him. Cartels and Pepe, though. They've got 2 in their pocket, and Dates coming down to this.
Coming down to Kizzy, left alone in a 1v3. Can't find the kills. I think no surprise to anybody. Galaxity coming through with a Vincing Search and Destroy win and a 2-0 in this series. Going to pick themselves up some of those nice 20 points here today. SXC going to go home empty-handed here, other than maybe a little bit of knowledge and a little bit of footage for some VOD review, but Raf going to come through and be the MVP of Galaxity here. 10 kills on the board for him. Came through with a plant as well. You look over the opposition. Kizzy actually was putting in some mad work, right? Came through with 9 kills on the board, but the team consistency just wasn't quite there. And as a result, you have a very convincing win come through for the side of Galaxity. I think it's... as a matter of fact, let me look and see. Does that, lock them into a top 2 spot? I'm gonna go look.
That's actually a great question. We'd have to take a look.
They were tied with Seminole. Oh, but Seminole lost. Seminole did lose today. Okay. Yeah, that could be huge. That could be Galaxia locking down a number 2 spot, depending on what games are played on Thursday.
I'm taking a look at it right now. Seminole... They've got to play LG, and Galaxity got to play 11. Okay, I mean, I think it's anybody's game in that regard. That's a great point that you brought up. One of those teams are going to lock in their guaranteed bid, I think, by match number 2 or match number 3's end. We'll know for sure, but as of right now, Galaxity certainly hold all the cards in their hands. As we take it back to our desk, we'll see what Callie thinks about this one. You blink your eyes, Callie. These series are done.
Yeah, I mean, they're just so quick. It just went by so fast. And, well, it's because of how well these teams have been playing. And, of course, for Galaxity, you gotta give this team some credits. I mean, picking those unusual maps, getting that reps in, playing that competitive map as well. They were really on point when they were playing that game. I mean, looking at that hard point, that rotations were definitely early for them. Get that early setup as well. And the gunfights, we saw multiple score streaks being built up by Galactic Simplicity as they went up against SXC on that game mode, and then we come into S&D. It was just a different ball game. Just Galactic Simplicity, just a different team on its own up against SXC. And with this victory right here, just to confirm it to you guys, they're gonna be tied up with Luminosity at number 1 right now with 125 points each. So definitely a big one here, Day.
Yeah, it definitely is. I believe that's going to put them in a position where I'm pretty sure our top 2 are just locked in at this point, shy of Seminole with an overcoming win over Luminosity, which is absolutely possible. But TLE,
I mean, situation, it could be like Seminole wins 2-0 against LG, which, I mean, after tonight's performance, I don't think that's happening. But if they go up, we'll have a 2-way tie. Hey, we had some thoughts after some words afterwards, right? But if we see that same team, it's not happening. If we see the best Seminole team take on Luminosity on Thursday, that one could be a great one. If they take it 2-0, then the head-to-head would obviously go to Seminole, and there would be no question about it.
But
if Luminosity takes one map, it's over.
But who does TLE play on Thursday?
It doesn't matter. They can't be. Oh wait, they still have a matchup tonight.
They can.
Oh, never mind. You know what?
Against Mercy, which is going to be 20 points.
Yeah, God,
most likely.
They'll get 40 points at least if they win everything here.
Okay.
So So, I mean, the number 1 spot and number 2 spot definitely not locked in yet, but Seminole at least guaranteed a top 4 finish here at the North America group stage. But yeah, everything is gonna be hot and spicy, and everything will have to be decided this week. So like, everybody has to make sure that all their games will be counting here today. But we're gonna hop into a quick break. But when we come back, it's gonna be TLE Esports versus Team Mercy. We'll be right back.
Over to new, well, they've got a little bit of a lockdown. Look for those backside spawns for the time being. It does look like SXC are going to try and get their fair share. Quinn wins a big gunfight there, but he's got to stay alive for a majority now, as nobody here to have his back at the moment.
All right, well, still very, very early on, but a little bit of a lead rolling things. Obviously, it's a little difficult for you guys in chat to see the mini-map right now.
side of the main.
How's it going, Rank Warriors? Welcome back to Mobile Mayhem North America. If you're just tuning in, we had the voice of Galactic Simplicity complete the sweep on the second series. Up next, we have TLE Esports taking on Team Mercy. And TLE on their last 3 games is 3-0. They took a big win versus Seminole last week. And coming into today's schedule, they have all the momentum they need to rise up to that leaderboard. Verdict.
Oh, you're absolutely right. They got more than an arsenal that's plenty enough to make something popular. As the beginning of their season started strong, they've looked pretty stout in the middle and coming towards the end. We even mentioned it earlier. They might even be trying to book their tickets to a first or second seed too.
Yeah, big possibility there. I mean, TLE is currently 4th on the standing with 6 wins and 1 lose and 100 points. And they're matching up with Team Mercy today and SXC on Thursday. And if they finish their schedule with big wins, there's a big possibility that they take at least the number 2 seed by the end of the week.
Yeah, I mean, I think today at least TLE should pick up themselves 20 points against Team Mercy. Team Mercy, players that we've seen before, but they're kind of on a new roster together. They haven't found a lot of groove yet, and TLE have definitely been looking like one of the stronger teams in the league. So definitely expecting TLE to pick up 20 here. And then I am now understanding that Thursday we have all teams playing. Nobody has a bye, so everybody has an opportunity to pick up points then. So make sure you guys are prepared for a long day on Thursday with Bobby over on his channel. And you guys will know exactly who is going to be in the playoffs and should have a pretty good idea of who is going to be playing who. Obviously, the number 1 and number 2 spot get the bye in the quarterfinals, which is absolutely huge. And
we'll talk a little bit more about that. I don't want to spill too much, but playoffs this season going to be completely different than it has ever been.
They?
We're going to have a double elimination bracket.
Ooh,
so that is all
that.
I can release on that front. But you prepare yourself for a newer and better and improved Mobile Mayhem playoff experience.
Interesting.
I'm loving it. Well, that's the first, right? That's the first on the Mobile Mayhem scene, if I'm not mistaken, for North America. Like, since we've had only single elimination format at the playoffs. So, yeah, definitely looking forward to the playoffs. But now let's take a look at the maps and modes for this coming game that we have. Once again, it's Team Mercy taking on TLE Esports on this 3-map set. I mean, Legacy always gets me, man. But we have Hardpoint, Hacienda, we got Search and Destroy, Firing Range, and you also have that raid control. How are you feeling about this map today?
I think it's overall pretty solid. It's you get the maps that everybody knows and loves, right? You got Hacienda, which has been very, very positive for the competitive scene since its introduction, specifically after some of the quick reworks they had on the spawns and whatnot. So Search and Destroy, Firing Range, I mean, that's a staple. That's a day 1 COD Mobile competitive, along with Raid you've got here for control, as well as Verdict will say, and we'll die on this hill, that Raid is the best control map that we have, and it's not even close. So
it's not.
I think overall very, very solid lineup.
Thoughts on that day, or Callie?
I mean, Raid Control is actually one of the best maps that you can use for control. Yeah, I have to agree with that. And it's not just used here in North America. It's basically used almost every region. In China, they use that more frequently compared to standoff. So that says a lot on how good this map really is. But now, looking at the map set, I think this game's ready to go. I'm really feeling the TLE support from the chat as well.
Oh,
but yeah, let's get this on going. Verdict, end day, take it away.
Alrighty, let's do it now. As you can see, chat is bleeding black and blue right now. We'll see if they can put a beating on Team Mercy right now. It's going to be a no bars hold matchup. This series is about to go underway. Hardpoint Hacienda to start this puppy off. If we went through the best of 3 earlier on, certainly could be a very eventful one. Team Mercy probably a little discredited in this matchup. I think TLE has been dominant across all platforms. As a matter of fact, they are flawless in the controls this season. If it does go the distance, you can almost bank on them taking this one. I have to go, all in. I think they take this one in a 2-0 fashion, but anything can happen. Let's see how it unfolds.
All right, well, we are spawning on in. It's TLE and it is Team Mercy. TLE are certainly the favorites to win this one. Obviously, again, their record stands for itself. Team Mercy got a lot to prove here. Get on into the match. Definitely going to be looking at Beetle making a bit of a comeback to the scene, seeing how he's going to perform in this matchup. And maybe lagging a little bit, maybe switching a class, I don't know. But Legacy, Kryzo going to open up with a couple kills, trying to get some time on the hill here. But P1 Hacienda could be a difficult one to hold. You look at the kind of fountain platform in the middle, and you think, oh, I've got some cover to lay behind. Wrong. All the high ground has opportunities where you can get up and get behind people, get them off of that head glitch, and we'll see a lot of requirement of control of the top ground here. Kryzo went to look for it, got gutted down. TLE filling up the feed right now after a little bit of a hot start for Team Mercy. And now take the lead for themselves.
Yeah, take the lead for themselves. It's going to be short-lived, though. You can see Letha going to be able to get the contest into the top side as he drops down Suiwa, though. Just flawless with the Finnick from range, so as well as Laws. Task rotation over to New. We see white side is compromised, filling the feed up with yellow as well, as filling the next hill open up for business in yellow as well. So early advantage going to go in favor of TLE. Will look like a pretty back and forth P1 now going to be decided by who wins this rotation. So far it's been so good. A little bit of a swarm, if I don't say. Team Mercy looking for the break. They're going to get denied off the rip. Beetle going to be the only one there in contest as he gets shut down. The dreams here of breaking this money hill are going to be set and sell, just like we see Kryzo hitting the water site. And just like that, he's going to hop in. 3 more back of the feed on the yellow side. This one not starting off very good here for the side of Mercy.
Yeah, not starting off very good, but they've got some opportunity. They've got plenty of time on the board here. They're sitting down about 40 points from their opponents right now, and we're over 2/3 of the way through our P2. Heading on over towards P3, going to be an opportunity for teams to grab some time on the hill. Maybe that'll be where Team Mercy find their grasp. You can see Legacy already making that rotation. I think trying to get a little bit of setup ahead of time. Ends up looking away as Saucy comes around the corner, and that's going to be a big kill that's going to clear out Legacy. Not going to allow him to anchor any of those spawns. And TLE looking to extend the control that they have.
Oh, she's sweet. Perfectly placed. Grab Vortex. They're spawning right there in the well. And She's Sweet is just having his pick of the litter. Here comes the hit. Tsunami there for the trade. Unfortunately, though, the number's not prevailing. The left-hand side of the screen. The break not going to come through either. Legacy, not a last hope on this side of the map. On the flip side of things, they're getting spawn trapped as well. Legacy able to find one, but gets gunned down and cold-blooded. Fence locked down for the time being for the side of TLE. Suiwa now popping the ante. Does find the first, but a perfectly placed aid there from Legacy is going to be able to keep the team's dream alive here for the P3 site. Fences, though. Legacy's on the trail. Is going to be able to cut one down. The last 15 seconds still up for grabs. Looks like they're going to be able to take a little bit more control of it. They need all of this time, Dave.
Well, they definitely do, but it's only a little bit of scrap they're going to be able to grab as TLE have crossed into triple digits past the 100-point mark at this point. And are, again, 60 points ahead, or just about 60 points ahead of their opponents. We get ready for our P4 here. You can see TLE are rotating in through the P2 area, but you also have Saucy behind coming through, picks up the 2-piece, get around the corner, run into Legacy, does get dropped there. Team able to get their feet on the hill to start. She's Sweet going to come through with a kill on Legacy there, and TLE in a prime position to continue grabbing some points here. I don't think they're ready for the fact that Team Mercy spawned on that P2 side though.
No, they weren't. The streaks, the operators, they are all invested here. This is everything in the kitchen sink being dumped out for P4 control, and so far it's panned out perfectly. They may not get the maximization of the operators. Beetle going to be able to find the second there with the Sparrow. Like to see him better utilized, but nonetheless, the break is going to stick for the time being. The contest still of the essence. Zyrax, the last one here on this side of the map. No, scratch that. It's actually C-Sweet. Gets shut down. Zyrax able to stay alive, and that is going to be the time going in favor of TLE as we wrap up our first set of hills. Advantage going to be clearly on the right-hand side of your screen. TLE just played a better hardpoint so far by about 75 points. That's going to lead us to our first listen, and we're going to go ahead and dive in and see what those comps sound like now as they have taken a commanding lead.
Balcón, balcón 2, balcón 2, balcón 2.
Balcón de playa, balcón de playa, balcón de playa. Se va para el lobby.
Otro más P1, del lado de Money, del lado de Money.
P1 del lado de Money, P1 del lado de Money.
Muerto P1. Muerto otro P1, otro más en P1. Bueno,
Dos top money, dos top money, dos top money, top money 2, top money 2.
Top money, top money, top money, top money.
aparece ahí desde el
Uno se va para piscina, se va para balcón de piscina, balcón de piscina, balcón de piscina.
Atrás, otro más, larga.
Dos top money, uno más, un tiro top money, un tiro top money. A la derecha, ventana derecha.
Arriba.
Hay uno. ¿Lo mataron?
No, sigue arriba, sigue arriba.
Playa, una guardada en la playa.
Next.
Ya Juanio, Ron.
Güey, está en playa, güey.
Me mató playa, sigue en playa.
Atrás en León.
Well calculated, well executed, well coordinated, well timed break comes through. And TLE continue the hemorrhage, the left-hand side of your screen. Team Legacy, aka Team Mercy, not having very much success here on this Money Hill. Regardless of what kind of early setup, this is definitely a prime proper TLE rotation and a break that is just absolutely devastating. The streaks are going to come, or operators are going to come through, and it looks like it's going to go for a waste. Suiwa's the last hope here on the right-hand side. He's got an Annie. Is not going to be able to find a second, and Day. A little bit of light being breathed into the later portion. As soon as I say that, it's breathed out. Good analysis.
Yeah, a little bit of trickle time here at the end of the P2. Going to go in favor of TLE as well. Approaching that 200-point mark. And now P3 opening up. You can see Team Mercy have made that early rotation. Got themselves in a better position this time around. Players from TLE are starting to push in. They're starting to rack up some kills as well. Legacy gets a good respawn. Kryzo got a good respawn for maybe a flank here, but he gets taken down once again. The break coming through for TLE. 45 seconds on the hill. Enough time for them to come very, very close. Within single digits away from picking up the win, but it's if they can hold it the whole time. And right now, they're looking to be able to do so. Tsunami able to come through with a two-piece. Legacy pushing on in from behind, ends up throwing a grenade, looking for the answer, and, well, the answer is apparently that hunter killer that comes in, takes him down out of Zyrax. Now with only 25 points to go, TLE looking like they're coming away with the hardpoint win.
Yeah, I mean, this one, again, it came down to the wire in our first matchup. No, it wasn't close. This one looking like it might be a copy pasta of it. We might not even see a 100-point club for the side of Team Mercy. They have not been shown very much mercy. As a matter of fact, they have just been absolutely ruthlessly dominated, and we thought domination was excluded from the competitive play. Well, not here in competitive play. It is certainly no bars hold, as I mentioned earlier. TLE swarming the point here. P4 Rock locked down. They've got both fronts covered, the water side and the front side. And even that secret side as well. This one might be done and dusted. 10 seconds is all that's needed. They can taste victory. Can Team Mercy get there for the contest in time to extend this one?
Well, they're certainly trying, but doesn't look to be the case. That's going to be TLE coming through with the 250-88 victory. And I do believe that is pretty much entirely what we would have expected the outcome of the match to be, as far as TLE winning. By how much is a total toss-up, but I think this is pretty close to what I would have expected. Law coming through, MVP of TLE, 34 kills on the board. Look at bottom frag of the team. It's only down at 23. The opposition top frag was 22. And, well, if your bottom fragger is out fragging the top frag of the opponents, it's going to be very, very difficult to throw that one away. I think we've seen Inko do it in the past. Yeah. Sorry for the shade there if any Inko players or Inko fans are watching, but I mean, just true fact. I mean, kills definitely help, but they're not the only thing. And it seems that TLE just had some better rotations on top of having a little bit more consistency in the gun kill department.
Oh man, it wasn't even the rotations, man. The breaks were there too. It was lackluster holds. Even if you do get there early, we saw the prime example was P2. It looked decent for a comeback, but I mean, the game was already so far gone out of reach. You're already being, eclipsed by damn near 100 points, if not more, rolling into the P2 setup that gets spoiled with plenty of time to profit off of P3. Yet again, the second time around, not necessarily the fans. We'll take a look even further. We'll break it down to those stats. Your top frag in OBJ time even, 42 seconds. The bottom frag of OBJ time goes to Soiwa with 35. That'll just paint you a picture. If you're not PTFOing, you are certainly not going to win the hard points. In the case here, TLE, just way too overwhelming. Team Mercy not able to get the job done. Not even able to get those 100 points up there. That's the second time tonight we've seen 100-point clubs, Dave. Was that the third time? What was our scoreline from the game, no, our second series of the night? I could say probably very comparative as well. This has just not been a great night.
250 to 68.
Oh, 3 100-point clubs tonight. That is not a great way to go. Cali is being introduced to North America's dominant side of things.
All right, well, Search and Destroy firing range going to be coming our way here momentarily. TLE versus Team Mercy. I think the expectation is that we probably come through with a TLE victory there as well, based on the performance that we had. It does look like we possibly have a sub or just someone maybe reconnecting for the side of Team Mercy here. We'll get you guys into that game as soon as we can.
Okay, it does look like Kryzo is going to be exiting stage left and is going to be replaced by Losty. Here is the Search and Destroy is about to go down. Will it be another clean sweep across the board? Here is, we'll take a look at the best of 3. We're looking at the classical rotation of firing range here to be played out. TLE, the backburners of a very, very great season so far, could contest for a first or second spot, pending everyone else is finishing right now. They handled business in the Hardpoint. It wasn't close. It started lopsided. It started in that value hill on P2, and it just was a nightmare that never ended. Not on Elm Street, but for Team Mercy. Certainly going to see if they can turn things around here in the Search and Destroy. Losty's certainly a player I could get on board with making sub in. As well as Tsunami, the combination of those two. This could be an interesting Search and Destroy performance. You just got to execute.
All right, well, we'll have to see if Losty can make the difference here for this team when it comes to the Search and Destroy. We are waiting on him to connect on into the lobby, so hopefully it won't be too much longer, and we can get you guys in. We'll have to see if Team Mercy can push us to a game 3, potentially denying TLE away a couple of points at least, and see what happens from there. We'll, of course, have one additional matchup for you guys tonight as well, and actually just I was very confused for a second there. Echo, that is the wrong team name, by the way. This is not Team Mercy versus Devious.
Say what?
The
show
message in the Discord. Yeah, It says Mercy versus Devious. But then it's got all the right players from TLE.
Oh yeah. That dang copy pasta there. If it's not the wrong team name, it is certainly UD in front of it. No UD in front of any of these teams anymore. Angels recently leaving UD. They are just now Angels. And that's who's going to be capping off our series, last one of the night. Not necessarily coming up anytime soon. We still got to get through this Search and Destroy. This one still has potential for Game 3 vibes. We just got to make sure we get 5 players in the lobby for the side Team Mercy. As I'm taking a look at it, if 11 do take a 2-0, they guarantee their slots. As I'm taking a look at it, just got to paint a picture right here as we're trying to fill time. 11 takes a 2-0 victory here in our last series of the night. That would cement their top 5 finishing and also solidify that anybody below 70 points, no longer in contention for a spot at the table. Obviously, anything can happen on our last day, but if 11 do take even a 2-1 victory would solidify their finishings. Devious and Dice only have one matchup left for the remainder of the season, and we'll just say for, you know, other purposes, Angels flawlessly runs through and Devious and Dice don't. That could also be a scenario, but 11 again, if they take the bag 2-0 or 2-1, they solidify themselves as a playoff runner. So we're still waiting for that last player there for Team Mercy. I don't know what we are waiting on. We've got to get these guys in the lobby. We're ready to rock and roll here, right?
Looks like the admins are checking in on that right now, but that is correct. We are just waiting on one player to join the lobby. I do believe there's a time limit, so hopefully they will be in here shortly. Does look like perhaps has not joined the Discord either yet, so I don't know what's going on there. There he is. He actually just joined right now, so should be coming in game momentarily. We'll get you guys into the action. Make sure you guys let us know in chat who you guys got, TLE and 2-0, or are we going to see a game 3? Make sure you guys let Team Mercy know you're here to support them if you guys are. Because they need it right now. They need the energy.
They need everything, bro. Everything in the kitchen sink, just like the investment there in P4. I mean, it went spoiled. Obviously, they didn't show very much off of it, but it's a different game. It's not Hardpoint. You don't have to stress so much. It's one and done, though, in the life. It's YOLO every round. When you die, you will be back at the next one. You will not spawn back in miraculously before that next round hits. So we're going to see if, we saw one join the Discord, but where is he, bro? Come on. Chop, chop. Let's get this show on the road. Cryzo's exited stage left. Losty, get in the lobby, homie. There we go. Let's get it going. Check the UID. Should be good to go here momentarily, though. Predictions-wise, I think we've already made them based off game 1. Very much so likely a 2-0 here if TLE can handle business in a search and destroy.
Yeah, and I would say that they have not been a pushover search and destroy team, so definitely a tough battle for the side of Team Mercy here. And, well, if they can make it through, again, they'd pick themselves up some points. They would deny TLE some points. I think if you're anybody that is currently positioned, any team rather, that is positioned above TLE in the leaderboards, you've got to be cheering on Team Mercy in the chat right now, because they are in a position where they could deny your opponents the ability to catch up to you and score. And I gotta say, we got some really good information from Bless pertaining to both Mobile Mayhem as well as Mobile Mayhem Girls that she has given us the green light to let you guys know on stream. And that is that she loves working with us. So, you know, she was about to be so mad. She was about to be so mad. Oh, man.
Oh, man.
Sorry, pop back into the channel. I was like, perfect opportunity. Gotta troll her a little bit real quick.
There we go. Just saw her pop back in the channel. This one, we're about to pop into, finally everybody loading in. TLE on the attack and on the prowl here. Looking for victory in a 2-0 fashion. Could be absolutely incredible way to end their season here in Mobile Mayhem North America right now. Saucy opening up with the first blood. There goes the smoke, the transition into the trailer. Saucy able to open up those floodgates, and surely enough, it is only one there, and Lucky, aka Losty. He's not so lucky this time around, my friend. We'll see you next round. 2 down, 3 more to go. Beetle actually going to get dropped as well as Legacy. And just like that, we're looking at a flawless first round of the Search and Destroy, potentially.
All right, well, things continue here. It's going to be a quick win for the side of TLE in that startup. Only dropping 1 life to Tsunami there, and of course that was Saucy, who picked up 2 before he died, so huge trades out of Saucy there, and now round 2 underway. The bomb very aggressively pushing up towards B. Tsunami's going to get that information. He's going to get 1 kill, and there's got to be the call out. And you can immediately see the side of Team Mercy starting to collapse. Legacy going to find 1 onto Zyrax. Lethal was looking for some more action, but couldn't quite find the kill there. And wow, kills coming through. It's going to be Just Law last alive. Fennec in hand, going to find a couple shots, but non-optimal range for the Fennec is not going to allow him to pick up the kill. The slide almost good from Lucky there. No bomb pickup out of Law. Well, they see him. There's going to be another one.
No way.
Oh,
Okay.
couldn't get away.
Couldn't get away, certainly. Could have gotten away. Could have maybe won that round. Bomb still down on the ground. Back and forth we go. That one got a little too close. I was chipping away at what little nails I had after the dramatic performances that we've seen tonight. I'm kidding, chat. All intents and purposes, though, this night has not been close. We'll see this one get close. We'll see if it can continue to stay close. Lethal. Not even close on hitting those shots. Beetle absolutely opens up with the first blood. Quickly traded out. Legacy able to get involved, too, in the middle of the map. Pressure is certainly on. Bombs down with it. And surely enough, looks like the wits are about them here in the Search and Destroy. A lot better performance so far. Shisui able to stay alive for the time being. Bomb still down in the middle of the map is going to be concerning. And all three players kind of swarm in the area. As a matter of fact, Tsunami going to absolutely crash on in and take that kill onto the last player. One left standing in Shisui. Okay, to get the job done. Gil hadn't been here for so long. Who am I talking to? I miss Gil.
You casting anything now?
No, man, he's got a big boy job now. We miss Gil. This is Team Miss Gil over here. I wish I was Miss Gil. Yeah, she's sweet. Man, that trophy's beautiful. Look at the camo on it. Oh, doesn't matter. Lethal finally able to hit a shot this round. 3 rounds, he was absolutely silent. And gets the job done and seals the deal with this one. Still very, very close, chat.
All right, next round underway. Do have 2-1 lead for Team Mercy here, and Beetle going to open up with one onto Shisui, but Suiwa able to get the refrag onto Lucky. The 1-for-1 trade overall. Now Law aggressively pushing up. Ooh, that's a difficult battle to take. And wow, Tsunami, I can't believe you challenged that by pushing out. My goodness.
Yo.
That was a misplay and a half, but you know what? It's all right. Always got another round to try to bounce back and not make that same mistake. Law going to walk around the corner, becomes victim to Lethal. Now 2 versus 2. Zyrax bomb plant in. 42 seconds on the clock. Legacy going to find one. It's going to leave Suiwa. 1v2 situation.
Oh, he's got the back wrap. Legacy don't know it yet. He's certainly, if executions were in COD Mobile, he'd been executed. Waits for the second player, the trigger discipline.
My God.
Absolutely impeccable. And could not have played that any better. Gets behind enemy lines, waits for both of them to become very, very visible, and surely enough, erases them from existence. Well, at least into this next one. What could have been a little bit of a dominant affair, that could have been a flex round there for the boys over Team Mercy. Instead, they're going to get flexed on. Legacy, or Lucky, rather, didn't like that one. He takes 2 to go as he's to trade out, and in fact, the 2-for-2 trades actually come through as Saucy getting a little mixy. Shots going to get crispy as well. We've got a banger on our hands, Dave. Finally, this one getting close and gritty.
Well, tied up 2-2. You had a 3-for-3 trade so far this round. It leaves Tsunami and Lethal up against Suiwa and Zyrax. And you were absolutely right. The trigger discipline on Suiwa last round, absolute clutch for the team. The big question is he going to come through with a kill to bring this one to a closeout for the team once again. Bomb is in the hand of Zyrax. Looks like they're going for the B plant. And you can now see Suiwa doubling back. Going to follow up on his teammate. Make sure nobody's rotating in from behind him. And defend this bomb site. Now, Suiwa, big question is, where are you going to play this time around? I don't think he actually saw anybody mid, but maybe gets the call out from Zyrax there. Tsunami get the snipe. Suiwa, first position, 1v1.
Oh,
ends up getting dropped.
Tsunami. Wow, okay. Man, we've gone tit for tat. We've gone back and forth. We've had bangers on our hands, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen. Surely enough, clips on clips on clips here at the Search and Destroy. And somebody going to be able to take the advantage here and continue with it. Looks like Team Mercy do have the upper hand for the time being, but last ride on the attack here for TLE. Saucy opening up with the first blood. Zyrax, good for the second. Might be looking at a tie here. As Lethal is just going to be able to look at a distance. Tsunami, your clutch player from last round. Finally, Tsunami and Lethal getting on board. And make it a little bit more doable, but the bomb going down now as things are going to get certainly out of hand. 40 seconds here for the retake. You've got to be crispy with it. You can't afford to make any mistakes. Tsunami already taking shots. And it's down to Lethal. He's already eating bullets too. Here comes the push. Surely enough, both players drop to Zyrax. In this one, tied up as we get the side flip. Day. Picture perfect scene here for both teams so far. But with this flip coming through, do you think the momentum shifts should go in favor of the defending team?
I mean, that is a little bit difficult to say. I think specifically Tsunami has put up a hell of a fight by the side of Team Mercy here. But there have definitely been some misses where, you know, Lethal, he hits that quick scope against Zyrax last round. Maybe you're looking at a possible clutch, but we'll just have to see the positioning that they play, what decision we make on the side as far as bomb plant goes. This time around, it's going to be B, and it's going to be a 4-2 lead. So the defense not having a strong position here. Team Mercy might be looking to try to push us into a game 3. Again, if you're a team that is ahead of Team Mercy in the standings, ahead of TLE in the standings, you got to be cheering on Team Mercy right now.
Yeah.
Now, Saucy, last alive, 1v3, walks
Not
right
happening.
into Tsunami. Be a 4-3 lead.
Okay. 4-3 lead. I didn't recognize your game. Team Mercy is strong as all get out. In a very, very dominant first round on the attack. Let's see if they can do it again. As we cut the middle of the map in half. Man, this is ballsy. Look at this. These guys want the smoke. They're going to get it, Law. Shutting him down from the half court. He is right there on the backside of the sandbags. And Shirley chops this rotation. There's the nade shot, too. I saw him bake it. I did not know it was going to have that much implication. Lucky through the back line, though. He's got armor. He's shut down. He's got ammunition for everybody, including that last player. 5-3. Things getting out of hand here on the flip. TLE absolutely lights out since we've done it. Let's see if they can get something to go on here as this could be the later half of a game that a TLE, or not a TLE, but a Team Mercy needed in order to turn this series around.
All right, well, Team Mercy in a good position right now. If they can keep this energy rolling forward, they'd be in a great spot to get some points on the board. I don't necessarily know that they're in a position for it to
Probably not.
truly make a difference, but, you know, again, possibly denying your opponents away from overcoming the likes of Seminole or Luminosity or Galaxity between today and Thursday could be huge. So we'll see as we keep rolling on here. Zyrax able to find a 2-piece, makes it a 2-for-1 trade overall as they do lose out on Law. Bomb in the hands of Legacy, doubling back, looking to rotate over towards A. And we might have possibly got that call out that they've backed off as well out of Zyrax.
God, man, that rotation right there had everything depending on it. Right now, they're back to the drawing board. You win that gunfight if you're Tsunami. This one goes... The bomb easily goes down at B without any contesting. And a lot of time wasted off of that one. Now the backside rotation back towards A. Lethal. Peeling the skulls back of Saucy. Peeking through that ammo sight. And here comes the hit through the inside of trailer. Shisui. Able to take down one before he goes. Suiwa there for the trade. Lethal has been flawless, though. He's got a 2-piece. Needs to get the 3 for the clutch. And what could have been a little bit of a lopsided round has flipped on its head since bomb's going to be collected. Not much time to make the rotation. He's got to make the commitment. Zyrax covering all angles. Where's that bomb at? Surely he knows it. It's at A. 40 seconds here for the 1v1. Beautiful, beautiful little knife show off there. Love it, love it, love it. As we see things slow down. Lethal got the job done for 2 players dropped and the bomb plant. Does he have the ice in his veins? We're about to find out who is a better player right now. A little bit of a jiggle peek inside the trailer. Zyrax playing for the intel. Trophy's going to be tossed on the inside. They're looking for the hit. This might be a little bit of a deception. Zyrax now making the rotation. Lethal can't handle the shots. And I'm going to go out on a limb here. That trophy threw him off. The audio cue from the trophy 100% threw off Lethal.
Yeah, if you were looking at Lethal's perspective, you could see he was sitting there aiming at the stairs. That trophy got thrown. Immediately, his sights went up and a little bit to the left, closer to the doorway. Ended up getting a little too aggressive, went to stand up and maybe go for the challenge. Ends up getting caught with his pants down. It's going to be a round going in favor of TLE. Now, Team Mercy. Very, very aggressive push up towards B, but the trades start coming through. The 1-for-1, the 2-for-2. Saucy able to find the nade shot. Beetle here with one on Suiwa. The 3-for-3 overall. Complete chaos down here in the firing range.
Complete chaos right now. Shisui going to go ahead and get the kill to take that one out of the hands. Player advantage no longer a factor there for them. They've got the upper hand. Lethal almost clutched last round, but everyone knows it ain't about almost, ladies and gentlemen. It is always about what you can and can't hit. Right now, Lethal can't hit a shot to save his life. There goes the nade shot. Prevent the rotation. Lethal gets the preparation for the push, gets the switchblade, but cannot get the shots to land. We're tied up yet again. And what was a little bit of a lead on those first 2 rounds, now going to go for granted. It is tied back up. Bridge gap in this one, right back to being close-knit.
All right, well, all tied up, 5-5. Another very aggressive B-side push coming through out of Team Mercy. And I think they might have actually outsmarted their opponents a little bit here. Looks like TLE, maybe after shutting their opponents down there, expected them to double back for an A play, but it didn't happen. Zyrax gonna find a 2-piece in the feed there. Absolutely huge. Shisui gonna find some more. Suiwa,
Yikes.
the domination is underway.
God.
Flawless round coming through for TLE, who are now on match point.
Oh, man, I don't know what Lethal was shooting at, bro, but he was fighting demons. My God, nobody drops. I think one player did drop, but I don't think it mattered. Domination yet again. And back to what we have known about this TLE team is they have got their feet under them here in the defense. Saucy opens up for the first blood. Could be the last ride here for the side of Mercy. And yet again, they are hemorrhaging. Legacy able to find the first, but plenty more standing in return. Bomb in the hands of him. Tsunami wins a big one on the backside. Hello. The Zyrax shutting him down. There's the body shots, chat. This one getting a bit too personal for likings. There's a minute 20 on the clock. Legacy now the last hope. Team Legacy here. And Legacy himself. Can he clutch it up? 6 kills on board. 2 players left standing. TLE. Can't get the job done with Zyrax dropping, though. And that's going to reset us back to a 1v1. This could be the clutch that takes us to overtime. Oh, it doesn't happen! The shot through the door frame reads the prediction right there. And this one is done. It's a clean sweep. TLE taking it 20 points, putting it in their pockets, ready to go to war in the playoffs. Obviously, we still got one more day, and they still got one more match on Thursday, but that one certainly puts them in the runnings for a top 2 seed, potentially, depending that last day results.
All right, well, those 20 points are certainly ones that your top 3 were hoping we were going to miss out on for TLE here, as they have been a threat all season long. But TLE going to come out on top of Team Mercy, picking up the 2-0 victory, picking themselves up 20 points. And it was a good fight in the search and destroy out of Team Mercy. But honestly, that hardpoint was disrespectful by TLE. Absolutely destroyed the opposition. That gave them a lot of momentum coming through. I do think Team Mercy struggled a little bit in the mental game and the ability to clutch up some of those rounds that very well could have gone in their favor.
Okay, well, I'm getting breaking news. This one, not so fast, my friend, is not done. We'll have further We'll have further information relayed to us here momentarily, but it does look like there will be a DQ on the backs of somebody from TLE using the exploit bug. I'm not quite sure, or an elaboration on that is needed, but I'm pretty sure it meant somebody was using an exploited spot in the firing range map to take an advantage. So with that being said, check this one out, chat. We are going the distance in the series. We're finally going to get the head to LA, bro. I packed my bags. I've got my nice Ray-Bans. It looks like we're ready to go. This one, not done in 2, chat. It is a tied series heading into the raid control for our final series, or final game of this series.
All right, well, plot twist there. Top 10 anime betrayals. Are we gonna throw someone under the bus for having used that?
No, I'm not. I don't. Look, I hate that we even had to see that. I mean, I didn't see it. I didn't see it from anybody's perspective. But I mean, that was just a battle of attrition, man. These guys went toe to toe, and you're telling me we went flawless for 4 rounds in a row, all for it to be tossed into the gutter and forfeited by a DQ. I'm getting kind of VU vibes, right?
Listen, NA has had their fair share of bug abuse. Let's
Yeah,
be
they
real.
have. Yeah. Well,
Do we need
all
to
right.
do we need to talk about the AC on raid?
God, bro, that was so long ago, though, right? That was so
Yep.
long ago, but it was very controversial, and I didn't even know it was a thing. But okay, all right, we'll take a look at it. You missed out on the series so far.
There was also a spot on slums that was.
We also had
getting
stage
some
4,
vendors
you know,
PPQ.
debauchery from 2021 too, but we won't talk about that one. We're not that bold. We're not going those distances. We won't go into any further detail on that one. But
why not?
If you're just now joining us, the Hardpoint, not close at all. 100-point clubs across the board so far, across 3 matches tonight, including this one. 250 to, I don't even know, it wasn't quite 100 though, I'll tell you that, on TLE's favor. Then we go into the Search and Destroy. It was a 7-5 victory, and I put heavy emphasis on was. What is a victory now going in favor of Team Mercy. So that leads us to some control, chat. I know you're trying to figure out, shaking your head, scratching and trying to figure out what's going on. Everyone's starting to join back in the lobby. We should be good to roll here momentarily. So far, this series delivering a little bit more than anticipated. That Search and Destroy went down to the wire. Only difference other than that DQ that came through, obviously, was TLE just absolutely let Team Mercy have it for like 4 rounds in a row after dropping 2 off the bat. Very, very sound and resilient.
Am I reading this correct that this is their 2nd time being caught abusing a bug? Is chat accurate on that?
Is it really? I don't know the spot, chat. I can't give any kind of context to it because I didn't see it firsthand. Just use your imagination.
Echo has
though.
it recorded.
Yeah, but why do you gotta throw? I think admins have it recorded. God, you're the worst, eh? You're absolutely killing me, Smalls.
Yeah, well, you know what? I was trying to give Echo credit for catching it, you know?
You
Apparently I threw him under the bus, chat.
Look, you threw Echo under the bus, chat. Threw Echo under the bus. All right,
Sorry,
that's okay.
Echo.
We're done throwing people under the bus. We're gonna get geared up for what is guaranteed the last game of this series. As soon as everybody
I guess
jumps
it's only
into the
fair
lobby,
that I tell everybody. It's only fair that I tell everybody Bless's secret now, right?
No, she says.
All caps.
God, what is going on?
Did you see the wall of all caps earlier?
Yeah, dude, I see it right now too. Oh man, do we get to announce that later, or we just can't announce that at all?
No, not at all.
Never. Dang, bro, we always got juicy stuff we can't talk about.
Never,
it's like
ever.
Dave's got juicy stuff that we can't talk about either. I saw it in Raleigh, chat. Yeah, that's
All right, let me just server deafen Bless real quick.
Until end of the season, last day. Psh, that ain't no fun. I won't be here for the last day. Last day of the season's Thursday. I won't be here Thursday. That's tough.
Of the season, or are you talking about at the end of playoffs, Bless?
She said season. We can stay season. Go ahead and screenshot that real quick, so she can't change it.
Last day of the season.
Got it.
Got it. All right. Not waiting for playoffs, chat. We'll give you guys the secret on Thursday. Oh, no, we won't, because neither of us will be here.
Dang,
Sad
nobody will be
days.
here. Dang, we get.
Sad days.
Can we just like spoil now? It's like the last day of Verdict's regular season. I've been here 100% attendance. I have never had a 100%, even in school, bro. I was terrible. Not necessarily, I was always on time, but actually showing up, that's a little different. Work attendance has always been very, very high, but Mobile Mayhem attendance, through the roof. I think this is like, I've missed a handful in the past 2 years that, you know, I've got the chance to guess. It wasn't my choice most of the time. It was my internet's choice of not, you know, showing up or not being available. But, okay, we got the example. Yeah, that's tough. Ugh. I don't see an exploit so far. Oh, there it is. That's. But did he hit anybody though? It doesn't matter, I guess.
I mean, that's like a. Okay, so to me, that's kind of like a common sniper spot, right?
Yeah, but it is an exploit. I don't know, bro.
Yeah. That's
obviously
rough.
I'm not an admin, so I'm glad I don't have to absolutely
I'm
make
staying
that
out of
decision.
this one,
Yeah, I'm not
me
touching
too.
this one with a 10-foot pole, bro. This one certainly could go either way. I, on one hand, think that that spot is notorious for being shot at, and you can't help what is, you know, on the game's for this is the game's fault. This isn't the player's fault, but hey, I'm not the judge. I am just the verdict. I will be delivering that to you. Don't kill the messenger. Okay, you can kill the messenger, but let me get through the series first, because as I mentioned earlier, we've already bit through all the nails we've got, chat. This one, a banger so far. Could have gone either way in the Search or Destroy, to be honest with you, but it didn't. It went TLE's favor.
Did it? Or do we have a game 3?
Guess you're going to have to stay tuned to find out.
I guess so.
Okay.
We have our players here. I think we're just waiting on one to get readied up.
We're waiting a lot more than that, homie. I don't know if you have been around these parts for a while. They take a little bit of time to get prepared. If you know, you know. We're going to get geared up for what could be our last game of the series. We're still waiting on a verdict to come through. Not me, chat. What the word is. Not the bird. The word is certainly something a little different. We'll figure it out now. As again, my thoughts do not pan into this one. This is not me. This is not Dave. This is completely admin's, chat. So do with it what you will and what you shall. We're certainly going to be moving forward one way or another.
All right. Well, then
we get the gavel out. I'll let you bring the verdict in. Verdict is in. Day, tell us.
Game 3.
All right, there we go. Any exploiting of any in-game glitch is against the rules. In an in-game glitch, obviously, there is several of them on this firing range that, I mean, this is not only one of them. This is a clear glitch on the screen, and obviously it shows. So we're moving to game 3. Over to LA for a raid control, chat. This series not done. There we go. Look at the gavel. It's beautiful. I gotta paint it, but verdict is 100% in. The player was guilty of exploiting.
Very nice. Very nice.
Very nice. Chat wants me to show the clip. I'm not an amateur, bro. We're not gonna show the clip. It exists.
Yeah,
just know that.
We're not gonna teach you guys how to use an exploit.
What's wrong with you guys? Come on now. This is their not their first rodeo. They know what's going on. We know what's going on. It's control.
Chat thinks that little of us.
I know, right? Come on now. We've already thrown Echo under the bus. Why would we show you what Echo sent us? Jesus.
True.
We're awful.
We are terrible people.
We are. Beautiful, beautiful hills of Hollywood. Raid. Coming down to the wire here. Everyone's connected into the lobby. We're good to roll. First round on the defense. Looks like we might be seeing something interesting. What could be an upset here. Pending this game 3. They got the defense for the round 5 if it goes the distance. They've got to stay alive, though, Day, and certainly somebody's got to prevent this A hit from coming through.
All right, well, you are right there, and someone's got to stop it, and we got to see if it's going to be Team Mercy or if it's going to be TLE. Right now, Team Mercy, they have themselves a 2-life lead. We don't have any progress on either of the hills right now. But Saucy with the respawn snipes coming through for 2 Laws. Zyrax finding some extra. Lucky able to turn and get 1, but Shisui takes him down. Lethal with the refrag. I guess when you get a little too close to the sun and your opponents are respawning there and you don't have your Annihilator available to spawn camp, it's a little bit dangerous. So it's going to be a 1-life lead now for the side of Team Mercy, which quickly does dwindle away. And big progress coming through onto B for the side of TLE. Looking like they're going to get the kill. Looking like they're going to get the cap. They're going to get that time extension. And then it's just A.
Yeah, it's just A. Easy work, per se, is done. Suiwa, lone wolf here on the sniper perch. Let's see how big he can go. Tsunami. Gotta sniff him out. No damage, no harm, no foul. Resets. Back to the spawn you go. On the flip side of things, you got Law, who's got some laundry control. You did the ticks of progress early. They're on to the B side, but A completely wide open. Now they're just playing the TDM extended out, 120 on the clock. Let's see what they can do with it. Everybody's stacking here to try and get their laundry done. Zyrax tossing a Tide Pod. I'm just kidding. That wasn't a Tide Pod. It was a joke on laundry. Surely enough, it was distasteful, and it was a nade shot to begin with. Kitchen control now being absolutely manhandled. Spawns 100% tapped. And they are wreaking havoc here later in this portion of the control day. Things were so close just a minute ago. You blink and the round's over with.
You are correct. 1 life left. I mean, we were looking at a 1919 seconds ago, or literally 1 minute ago at this point in time. So TLE turned things around there in a big, big way. They grabbed themselves that first round on the offense, nonetheless. Now we get to switch, and it's going to be on the defense for them now. And Law has himself a couple streaks available. Has that Hunter Killer, has a Pred, has a Blur nuke streak rolling on his way to a possible EMP. Does he play for the nuke? That's a big question here.
Yeah, I would too. Oh, yeah, bro. And I don't mean that in any disrespect to Team Mercy Legacy. You're a absolute day one homie. Love you. Right here, TLE, trying to make history in the control. It could be the sweep, could be Law coming through with something that might be a little bit more impactful long term. Inside spawns we go. Suiwa got the Annie, got the okay, gets some help there. This one should not have gone the distance, they say. They're not happy. And Law still keeping the dream alive. He's got a 7 streak on board. Suiwa gonna pop the Pretty Lucky. Finally able to make it out of their spawn, but Day, look at this one. 7-26. Talking about being on the wrong foot. LA does not have to be so damn rude.
Nuke streak doesn't persist through rounds, does it?
Does not. Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does. 100%
it does.
Yeah. It's reset, though, so no harm, no foul.
Interesting. So now, if someone did get a nuke, does the actual nuke streak itself persist to the next round?
Yeah. So I watched,
that'd be so toxic.
Yeah, I actually watched a qualifier game a few seasons back. S-Dog nuked whoever they were playing, bro. It was gross. It was grotesque. It was back when he played for, oh man, I can't even remember the name of the team. I think it was Undream before they picked up Goofy Coopers. That's how long ago it was.
Gotcha.
Well, if you're wondering why we've gotten off topic, chat, this one, not even close. Started off a little bit rocky for both sides, but as it unfolded, TLE clearly the better team. Team Mercy trying to ease the pain. Have not found successful rounds in the attack nor the defense. Let's see if they can do it here in the third, though, Dave.
Well, they're certainly trying to right now. You got a life lead for Team Mercy, which quickly does dwindle away, but we're sitting down 2, so we need a big, big comeback out of Mercy to make this one happen. And, well, feed does fill up a little bit yellow there, but it's right away. Lucky and Lethal answering back, but
there's no way, bro. God!
Piece.
What the hell?
Piece. Oh my goodness. And now Suiwa, the rotation from behind, gonna find 2.
Oh my
goodness,
God.
the spawn trap
This is
underway.
so ugly, bro.
Yeah, this is over.
Yeah, this
There's
is
no
what
way, right?
Yeah, this is what happens when you get on the opposite end of a very, very pissed off TLE. They're bringing the pain to the game, certainly. Streaks for days, operators for days, 5 pieces. No fries, no shakes. It is only pain and devastation here in this one. TLE looking to close this one out. Day is certainly looking like a 3-0 on their side. 11-22, make it 10-22. Numbers starting to come to be a factor as the respawns are very, very limited. Lucky trying to reap into the spawn site. You got to kill them before they spawn, homie. I don't know if you know how spawn traps work. Lucky, they're just not going to grow back there, bro. You got to go kill them first. That is how spawn traps work. Finally, he gets the memo. He gets the picture. 7 lives lead. Make it 8. Only 6 remaining on the left-hand side of our screen.
Man, this went from a exciting series getting us this chance of life in a game 3 to
Yikes.
Domination by the side of TLE. Time is expired, but we've got feet on the hill. Can we keep this one alive for TLE, or is this going to be Mercy finding a way to win this round despite being spawn trapped so hard? They get the kills. Somehow Team Mercy make it through the round.
Oh
my goodness.
Look, they didn't make it through that round.
Time
just expired, Day. No. I don't see a fight back here. This one, lopsided, right-hand side of the screen, clearly just outright dominating that one. They just start to slay and get away from them. And certainly the time, too. Lethal, okay. Opens up with the first blood right there, but it is complete map control back in the right-hand side of our screen. TLE putting the foot on the pedal here in downtown traffic, LA. No, this is someone's mansion. Very, very, very beautiful scene, but again, still, job not done. Matter of fact, it's gotten back to being close. We'll see if TLE can ramp it back up, or will we see Team Mercy finally have, that second breath of life breathe them to here in the control.
Well, they're certainly trying right now, and this is a close round underway. We do get 2 ticks of progress onto B, but as far as our lives go, we're basically dead even. Did I just see a shotgun?
Yeah, Saucy.
Got a R90 for Saucy.
Yeah.
All right. Might be able to make use of that in some of the close quarter areas of this map. Does have the claw popped as well. See, we've stopped the progress on B. We now got feet onto A. Couple players stacked on up there. Tsunami's able to get 1, but Beetle does fall. Now, the gravity vortex is popped. I hate that you can't kill yourself with this anymore.
I thought the same thing. Yo, cheeky little spots there. Should have walked into a black hole. Should have sent you into the next round until the patch. The update, the buff, I would say, that made the vortex. Absolutely no negatives to deal with. As a matter of fact, you got 3 shots and you got a lot more time. Lucky. Now trying to create time here for the team, as time is going to be brought to you by that A-tick or B-tick's progress going to and solidified. It's TLE now. A little nervous on the back end. Can they hold off this fighting Team Mercy squad? Lethal in the middle of the map. Scott the Annihilator. He's going big. And A is the subject for capture. Lives dead even for the time being. Lethal not going to be able to tap into the spawns, but he's going to catch another one off guard. Still, 6-5 life count lead in favor of Law. My God, the turn and burn right there just might have saved his team this round.
Well, it might have, but there's still some opportunities where Tsunami and Legacy could clutch this one up. It's only 4 more players to deal with. Absolutely doable. There's 40 seconds on the clock. Can they possibly get us into a round 5 is the big question. Well, Legacy going to drop to the Purifier there. Tsunami doesn't see the player on his right. Law got a katana in hand. Now, she's sweet to come through, finish it off. 3-1 victory. The 2-1 overall going in favor of TLE, who will pick themselves up 15 points here today. Team Mercy only going to pick themselves up 5. But again, for all those teams that are ranked above TLE in the standings right now, you have got to be happy they lost those 5 points in the search and destroy.
You're absolutely right. We'll take a look at it. What could have been one of the better comebacks on the back of a stout round 3 victory.
Start downloads, quiet.
Where we see this one unfold, not necessarily the case. TLE handle business 3-1 fashion, 26-18 for Suiwa, 25-18 for Shisui. And job well done, GG's well played. This is what happens when you poke the bear. They retaliate, they come through, they handle business, and they do it in a very, very, very convincing fashion. We'll take a look now as we head back to the host desk. Cali. That one does it in 2. Now we've got ourselves a little bit of an interesting take for the standings.
Yeah, well, at least now we finally have the game number 3 here, a map number 3. But yeah, that totally removes the chance of TLE Esports at least finishing at least top 2 in the group stage. So that definitely will be a big factor for the teams opting for that top spot. But now you see they had a potential 20-point series there for that glitch spot exploitation. But they'll take the 50 points any day. I mean, solid plays on that Hardpoint. Maybe he had to start a little bit more faster in that S&D because they were trailing 4-0 at the start versus TM and had to rely on their mid-game adjustments. But very good, solid overall plays for them. Just had to stop using those exploitations, Verdict.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I think you know, tonight we needed a game 3, and that's the only way that we were going to see it based off of what we had ahead of us. But tonight, so far, has been so good. That search and destroy, bar that exploit, was phenomenal. The best one we've seen all night, hands down.
Hands down. And it was the closest S&Ds that we had so far. I mean, we had 7-0 versus Seminole, and that game number 2 wasn't really close as well in that Express game mode. And now that will seal it for the first 3 games that we have. We got one more game up ahead. That's going to be Angels taking on, if I am not mistaken, that will be Team 11T. So a chance for Team 11T to secure their playoff spot on this coming game. Let's see how they perform. We'll be right back after this break.
shutting their opponents down there, expected them to double.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Mobile Mayhem North America Spring 2023 Week 6 Day 1. And well, we got some exciting news for you. Well, no, it's not exciting news, but yeah, on that last matchup between TLE and Team Mercy, we actually have TLE disqualified due to a restricted weapon, or not really a restricted weapon, but a restricted equipment being used on that second and that third game as well. So it's going to be Team Mercy taking home the 15 points at the end of the day. And now on our next matchup, it's going to be the last game of the day's schedule. It's going to be you, the Angels, taking on Team 11T. And maps are going to be very exciting here as well as we take a look at it here at this maps and modes. Another best of 3 in line for us today. And you know what, verdict? Team 11T, if they secure this victory today, they will be able to take home and of course secure a spot on the playoffs.
Oh yeah, I think it's one of the points that we were making earlier on tonight. They could solidify themselves as being exactly where they want to be at, in that top 6 guaranteed. I think a win here, regardless of it being a 2-0, puts them outside of harm's way going into that last day, as anything can happen with the last moments of pressure trying to get to the playoff spots. Obviously, 2 teams are duking it out. We'll take a look at it on the screen. After that DQ came through, TLE sitting prop with 105 points. Team Mercy not in a position to kind of spoil. I don't know if that's necessarily going to pan out, but still, one more day left on the journey and the adventure here. What has been a rather crazy season.
Yeah, it's been crazy as well. I mean, we had to go down to the final day, which is going to be happening on Thursday, to decide whatever is going to be the outcome for the number 1 spot here for the group stage and day. How are you liking the map so far?
How am I liking which map so far?
I mean, the Summit, we got Summit, Hardpoint, we got Meltdown, S&D.
Okay, so
yeah,
the map,
you got to be, listen, I got to
up.
excuse Day. Day is very literal. If you don't tell him what the maps are.
I am. I was like, wait a minute, did he just ask me something about like Apocalypse or like Arsenal specific? Yeah, that's on me. That's my fault.
He's a program very, very specially. We love you, Day.
Yeah. I'm very dumb. But,
no, he's not. He's too smart for his own damn good. That's his problem.
Well, I mean, for our lineup, we've got Summit Hardpoint, which is going to be one that is very, very common in the competitive scene. You've got Search and Destroy and Meltdown, which is something we saw long ago in the competitive scene. It had to dip out for a while some very poor rule sets were made by certain people. And, it's now back. I think it's great. So I'm glad to see Meltdown in the mix once again. And a map that I love that we don't get to see a lot of is going to weasel its way in a mode that I don't think is optimal for it.
It's such a miss, Callie. I don't know if we're going to talk about this. We're going to have time to talk about it. But Control Standoff, that's the only time we see Standoff. That should be that should be criminal.
That's illegal.
They need to arrest the people who made that decision ASAP.
I don't know if arrest is the right play, but
no, it's criminal, bro. It's disgusting.
Criminal, bombastic side eye. But yeah, okay. Well, the games are about to start. I'll leave it to you, casters, for this amazing best of 3. I mean, take it away.
All right, let's go. The long ride here, Day. We almost saw clean sweeps. We almost saw TLE get away with it. We would have been lucky enough to do so if it wasn't for those pesky admins and that dog of theirs. Well, they ain't got a dog, and they're not pesky either. They're just doing their jobs. Obviously, that was a play on words. This is not Scooby-Doo chat, but we are here for the Mystery Man and all of his excursions as it has landed us here into the snowy sights of Summit. What do we see around the corner? It is, what are those clan tags? Oh, that was just Mass. Mass, what is that, girl? I don't know what that is. Nonetheless, Angels are here. They are going to be led by Aerith, who gets a little bit of a name. Is Agaboop? Is that a troll on words? I like it.
It might be. It very well might be, but I think this should be an interesting matchup. 11T, definitely a team that has some strong potential here versus the Angels. One of the newer teams to Mobile Mayhem, obviously have played in the girls Mobile Mayhem regularly and have been champions there regularly. And now they've all transitioned over to phone. and they are trying to play in the big leagues. And we've had some hit or miss performances. We've had some great search and destroys out of them. We've had some back and forth hard points, but they haven't really found a way to come through and topple many of their opponents. So we'll have to see what they can bring through here. Right now, it's a hot start for the side of Levity on the P1 of Summit here. Kind of a difficult one to have a good opening hold on. And, well, they do it kind of comfortably.
Yeah, they do it kind of comfortably because Balone was just wrecking each and every angle. But finally, Aerith able to get on board with a few kills herself. She's got 5 combo and 6 in total. She's got streaks. She's working towards Brady. Yuhi looking to shut it down. He is just another victim on the hit list. But the nade from up top going to be perfectly placed and ruins the spree. So no streaks to show for it. Balone, he has since used his. And ladies and gentlemen, we've got a very, very dominant performance here from Levity. Again, a victory of any sort or manner solidifies their runs to the playoffs here tonight. 11 looking very playoff ready so far. Now it's 30 seconds left to go. 11 are racking it up just on the objective. Mass looking for the contest. Here comes the Gunny right around the corner. Just he is that guy, Chad. He will take her down.
All right, well, sizable lead for the side of 11T right now. You do have Aerith tied for top frag with Palone, both sitting on 9. She actually picks up kill number 10 there, and now the Angels have made a early play over towards the backside of P3. And this is the money hill of this map. This is where you can really take things into control. And unfortunately for Mass there, she just got ousted by Just. Managed to maintain the spawns though, thanks to Jazzy playing back. Jazzy does have her claw available. Gonna go ahead and pop that. Had the shield turret as well. The 1 gets traded out. Envoy gonna find 2 before getting taken down by Mass. And Angels managed to hang on to this hill for now.
Yeah, they do indeed. Nicole trying to find through the smoke there as players are certainly making the snow side rotation. Hello, Just is in your back line. He's got an Annihilator. That's certainly threat number 1. Rounds the corner right into Lucifer's pocket. Actually, that was Yuhi. Nonetheless, the hit comes through. The backside spawn's compromised, but hey, this might be the perfect positioning here. You get about 20, 30 seconds off of this P3 rotation. You maybe get a foot in the hill to kind of shut down the hemorrhaging, but more than likely, you're getting the rotation for new, and that is certainly better than the scrap time that is going to be awarded here now, as rotations are going to certainly be made. Backside spawn's going to be held here by what looks like, is that Bianca's profile picture? She'd go under a different name. Is her name Slater now? Shame on you. You know how we feel about names being changed mid-season. Come on. Finish it out. Nonetheless, girls holding the fort down here on the P4 rotation. They've got the backside spawns, but can they hold it?
Well, they are certainly trying, but 11T is obviously a threat in their own. Just going to come through with the double kill, but Nicole here take down Yuhi. For an opportunity for the Angels to get themselves a little bit more on the scoreboard, but they're struggling to stay alive on the hill as they're just honestly getting swarmed from everywhere by the side of 11T, who overall winning a bit more of their gunfights, but it's just a rough position. I think the Angels could use a little bit more of a strong anchor position. They've played for the anchor a couple times and just lost out on the gunfights, so it's a little difficult. Do you sacrifice one of your players who is slaying out to try to hold one of those back positions, or do you double up? Well, what do you think here, Verdict?
Nah, man, at this particular moment, they can't hold a hill to save their lives. They can't keep the rotations. They did their most work on P3 and has been miles away from the P3 rotation. P4, you give about 30 seconds of its time, and the early rotation goes for granted. So backside spawns get locked down. Levity just look like the better team in the moment right now. About an 80-point advantage rolling into the P1 reset, girls. All hands on deck needed here for this P1 reset. Surely enough, Slater, a.k.a. Bianca and Nicole, are going to be enough for the time being. As a matter of fact, they deal a lot of damage to Palone, who put in just God's work here on this computer side. Finally, Nicole putting some work in too. Time going to go their way for the time being, but Purifier out for Aerith. Let's see what she brings to the table. 20 seconds left to go. A little bit of a weird investment. Let's see if it goes a long ways. Not necessarily going to get the second, but it's going to get the post-mortem nonetheless.
All right, well, 148 points on the board for the side of 11T. They've had some very methodical rotations. They've had really, really solid breaks on a lot of these hills that has denied their opponents away from a lot. I mean, you still have Aerith and Nicole frying on the side of the Angels here. If they were able to get a couple streaks on the board, maybe they could start to help turn things around positional-wise for the team, but Mass definitely struggling right now. Oh, goodness.
Nicole.
The streak's starting to come in.
Oh, Nicole. Oh, Nicole. Those Annie shots, absolutely a violation. Oh, it's going to be able to get the lingering Pretty. That one was in the air for so goddamn long. It's surely enough to 27. Going to be solidified right there. Girls putting in work. Pocket full of sunshine there is the Hunter Killer. The paper plane going to come through and wreck whoever's day that was on the opposite side of it. Streaks for days here. And I'm not just talking about the ones you can use. I'm talking about the ones that burn the most, and that is the gun kills that are coming through for Nicole. She has yet to be shut down as it could be. I think this has got to be at least an 11 spree we've seen her on so far. Plus or minus some. Finally gets turned down. The rotation over the new. We don't necessarily have a close game, but we have a very exciting one nonetheless.
All right, well, big kill out of Aerith there, able to shut down one, but Envoy right here for the refrag, gonna double back, try to regain some of that health before he pushes. He does have a claw in pocket. His one streak is a shield turret, so nothing usable on the board for either team. All four of those score streaks you guys see are all shield turrets. Players opting for the lower end of the spectrum, trying to be able to loop their streaks when possible. Oh goodness. Yuhi with the 3-piece coming through with the R9. And now locked down in a very close range corner. Not even going to need him to be there with it as Palone comes through with the Sparrow, finding 2. But man, Angels make a good break from behind. A little bit of trickle here for them, but got to start making that rotation over to next. Got to get someone to do an anchor position. They actually forced their opponents out on the respawn as Yuhi and Lucifer both get P3 spawns.
Yeah, this is perfect time now to get the break. Certainly anybody's game right now, 11E. They're in the driver's seat here for the P4 rotation. Let's go ahead and dive in. Let's see what they can have to offer here in our first listen-in.
Amarillo, amarillo, me cruzaron dos.
Ayúdenme, güey.
Ya hay dos en team, güey.
Otro más, deep de amarillo.
Amarillo, tractor 2.
Estoy mirando Secret, muerto.
Dos amarillos.
Muerto Puri.
Bueno, entran principal, amigo.
Muerto uno, queda uno en punto.
Tractor.
Queda uno en punto.
Amarillo. Un tiro. Sí, tractor. Principal.
Tractor, güey. Está pushando escalera.
Sigue, tractor.
Muerto punto, otro más punto. Bueno.
Conector.
Conector otro.
Uno más top.
Portón.
Rojo. Va para top.
Okay, P4 down, 11E. In the driver's seat still, right as we see Lucifer popping the P1. War Machine, he's only going to be able to get 2 shots off that rate of fire. Absolutely not impressive, and surely enough, the break here is only 23 seconds needed here for the boys over in blue to shut this one down. Well, they're in yellow right now, but their team colors are certainly bleeding blue. Down by about a whole hill hold here for this one, Day. Still doable, but you know, your opponent's certainly right around the corner for closing it out. Oh my. Eric's got 46? Yikes. Get clapped, 11E.
Listen, Aerith is a monster when it comes to this game, right? She puts that time in. She's a well-known content creator. And, well, she proves her skills in matchups like this. Even if the team isn't able to come out on top, girl is double positive right now, doing what she can. But it might not be enough. Unfortunately, the team hill stack we've had out of 11T, the overall slaying power has been a lot more neutral on the side of 11T. In fact, I mean, they're all sitting on 30, 31, 32 kills. You do have Nicole and Aerith frying out, but that was about it. Side of the Angels in the 250 to 170 victory is going to come through.
Wait.
Whoa.
Well, just in. I'm just getting corresponding information from our admins. We can't confirm. We've got another DQ, ladies and gentlemen. This one, as you can already see up on the screen, it ain't going in favor of 11. It ain't DQ'd. Legendary utility items are banned, chat. And it's not us enforcing. This is us enforcing rules. This is not us saying, "Hey, you're bad at the game. Why did you DQ?" No, chat. It happens, right? You just have a loadout. Obviously, legendary utility items recently added to the ban list does not excuse it being banned to begin with. What should be banned is Aerith. Oh my god, why did my game crash? No! That's fine. We've got the emulator. Or not the emulator, but the iPad. What should be criminal is Aerith dropping almost a 50 piece and technically still losing? I don't know, bro. She was going bonkers. Crazy. Just absolutely belligerent on that map. Violence was chosen. The hill, not necessarily played, but hey, can you blame her? She got the win anyways. Let's go. Can we get a little bit of a POC champ in chat for Aerith? 14-9 and 24. Holy hell.
Yeah, definitely a good performance, but not good enough as the team does still fall overall. They get the win via the DQ, apparently, but, you know, the performance was in favor of the side of 11. So, gotta take it with a grain of salt there as the Angels will go up 1-0 in this series. What grain would you want?
Oh, man, I don't know.
Kind that makes that, oh, what was it?
It makes me a sandwich, I guess. I don't know. Like,
no.
No.
Norwalk, Connecticut water.
Yes! Yes! Oh, man, that stuff is it, chat. If you're not of age, you're missing out. One day. Not today, though. Fortunate Events has turned our night upside down. As a matter of fact, chat, I have literally lost everything on the emulator, so it's going to be a moment before we jump back into this one. We are going to be put on pause. I'm at 15% downloading all of dynamic data that is being repaired. We are in shambles after that one. Aerith goes so hard, she broke my damn emulator. Chat, you can go ahead and put it on the record here. It is Aerith's fault. She dropped too many kills. We couldn't even see the post-action report because of it. So if you're feeling kind of moody about this one, don't feel some kind of way about me. Blame Aerith. Let's go ahead and put it in chat. Hashtag blame Aerith. Also, while we're on the blame subject, I gotta be a little bit more attentive here. I gotta give a huge shout out to one of our players who made the leap into adulthood. Luminosity Gaming have the buy for the night, and that is perfect timing because my guy Vague just got the keys to his on crib day. Our little man is grown up to be quite the impressive one. He just bought his first house. Let's everybody give a round of applause for Vague. He is growing up and absolutely putting on for himself. Gotta love to see that one. Stage 5 money hitting heavy here midway through the year. Let's go. No,
congratulations. Congratulations to Vague. Definitely a big step. Listen, dude, I'm falling apart over here, okay?
Well, we're trying to keep it going, Day. I swear to God. But if you could see my screen, if you look at the Discord share, it is at 65%. We're repairing all of the data that Aerith just brought down because of that one. Good God, she's just too OP. I've even read in chat she's better than Levity. Clearly, she won, right? They won. They may have lost that battle, but they're winning the war right now.
They are up 1-0.
Okay. This is insanity.
I'm so ready for sleep, man.
Yeah, sleep sounds good right about now. Maybe a cup of that Norwalk, Connecticut water, too. Holy hell, do the body some justice. Okay, we're going to get geared up for it. W Vague, everybody chat. Yeah, that's right. W Vague's coming through. Okay.
Hooray for adulting. Well,
Yeah, hooray for adulting. Congratulations, Vay. Go tell him on Twitter. That's where he's made the post at. You know, if you would have asked me this, or if you would have said that last year around this time, I would have probably laughed, but like, this is another one of those like vague troll tweets, right? Clearly, he's not buying his own house. He's not moving out, right?
might be.
Last year, he was definitely the king of trolls. This year, though,
Yeah.
he's starting the foot on the right foot. I gotta say, very proud of him. He's bloomed into a rather exquisite adult. Love it. Love to see it. Okay, it looks like we might be good to go. Everything's downloaded. No mames. Game 2. No, we're not in control. Someone changed the map. What's going on here? We're slacking. We're literally full tilting right now. We're right there at the finish line, Day. We can't get across the border. We'll take a look at it. Where are we heading? It's Meltdown. It's Search and Destroy. Could be our last map of the night. Pending nobody DQs. Am I right? I'm right, aren't I?
You might be. Yeah, I don't know.
Ay,
Man.
caramba.
I don't know, man. I don't know what you want from me.
Hey, man, just a little spunk, just a little... Look, guys, don't blame Mobile Mayhem. This is Champs rules, okay? You get your act right. We are following it to a T. We're not doing anything that COD Mobile itself would not endorse. And certainly, these map pools looking absolutely beautiful because of it. You can see we're heading to Meltdown here for what could be the last map of the night. We'll see who's got their act together, who don't. Because if you have legendary items still attached to your loadout, well, that's why we took so long. It wasn't just because my emulator crashed, but we wanted to make sure the viewing experience wasn't obscured because you have your rank loadout and has legendary utilities. That is chalk now. You cannot use it moving forward. It's not our rules. We're simply enforcing them. Eh?
Facts. Absolute fact. All right, well, I think we're just waiting on... Nope, all of our players are readied up, so hopefully we'll be getting you guys into the game here momentarily.
Yeah.
It's going to be Search and Destroy, and I gotta say, the Angels have actually had some really solid Search and Destroy performances, so despite 11T coming through with that victory in the Hardpoint, I don't think there's truly a guarantee that they're going to bring it back and send us to a control here.
Oh, I think you might be onto something. They have not been very convincing in Search or Destroy, but they have looked pretty damn resilient. As a matter of fact, they have shown the most improvement in this game mode in particular. That Hardpoint looked pretty convincing. If we didn't see the slight terrors of Nicole and Aerith running rampant, just going for the KDs, we might have seen a different ball game. These girls certainly know how to play the objective here in the Search or Destroy. A lot's up for grabs for 11D now as they're playing very, very passive in this first round. As a matter of fact, not a bit of a sound being heard. Nicole, look at the change fruit. Oh my god, the nade shot. The R9 to follow up. Yuhi shutting lives down here at the top side of the brother.
All right, well, Nicole, after having a big performance during that Hardpoint, is definitely a big player to have taken down, but here comes Bianca with the kill onto Yuhi, gonna make it a 2-for-2 overall. She has a player pushed up into the sniper nest, though. Here's, or at the corner of it, rather, for Envoy here. LK in hand. Bomb, however, is in the hands of Pilone, who is going to be rotating on over towards the A-bomb site. We know it, but he doesn't. But this is about as free of a plant as you can get right now. And it looks like he's going to go for it. Team very spread out, but has vision over the flank, over mid as well. Envoy going to take down Aerith.
Yeah.
Now your two top frags from the first game are down. Aerith and Nicole with 0 on the board.
I'll see what Slater and Jazzy bring to the table there, as free as one can get. Jazzy with a movement too as well. Micro is elusive. Out of the play there, but the rotation over. Jazzy looking for the gunny. Can't quite get the shots to land. Nonetheless, Slater, last one alive. Bianca, what do you got? What are you made of? Is it ice? Or is it melted down here in the reactor core? Certainly bomb. About to explode too to go along with this one. Not looking good. Blown. Gonna make it eat those CBR shots too. First round, going in favor of the team that got the bomb plant down and held the position perfectly. Levity starting off on the right foot. Let's just make sure we don't have any kind of upsets or uh-ohs or boo-boos moving forward. No legendary items attached here. Seems to be everyone got the memo.
Well, when you win a game and it gets stripped away from you, I think that's about what you can expect, is that these players will get it under the wraps, especially at this level of competition. And, well, so far, they sure have. Bomb plant is going to come through. This is going to be a big opportunity with the 5-3 advantage for the side of 11T to set up a defense and bring another round home.
Yeah, certainly going to be the case. Jazzy looking to not be another statistic. Going to put one under her stats instead. And it does look like with 20 seconds left to go, they've got to make a move. Aerith's going to be dropped. The quick shot's not going to land just too damn good there in the gunfight in the mid. 2 rounds rocketed rolling. A pretty solid affair so far for 11. Very convincing here in these past 2 rounds. Obviously, still rooms for improvement, but that one right there, almost perfection. We'll see 3rd round through. Or are they going to be true to it? Are they going to be able to get this bomb plant down free again over to the A site? A lot of utilities tossed in the middle of the map. Yuhi going to be a victim of his own just well-placed flash. I don't know necessarily what the case was. Aerith opened it up with the first blood. Is going to follow with the DOQ. Jazzy getting on board as well. Uh-oh. Troubles in Paradise, 11. Not looking so convincing now.
Jazzy has been crazy good for this team when it comes to the Search and Destroy. You can see she's already sitting up on 4 kills. Top frag for the lobby, and I think that is something that you definitely got to take into account, is having a strong sniper talent like this as a rookie to the mobile Mayhem scene has absolutely been incredible. Looks like Just is going to find one onto Mass, however, going to result overall in a 2-for-1 trade. But, oh, Jazzy, line him up, knock him down, takes down Just as well. Switch on over to Yuhi, though, with this R9-0 pushing on in. He's got Aerith in front of him. Fortunately, Pallone gave him some extra damage there, because now he's last alive in a 1v3.
Yeah, last alive, 4 kills on his name. He's going to need 3 more, and all of them scattered, dispersed throughout the map. That one, not going to hit from that range, homie. I know the R9, that loadout is absolutely broken when used properly. Nothing proper about that rotation out the wide open. Nothing for range to go along with it. Yuhi going to get gunned down. And finally, a point on the board for the girls over at Angels. They are rocking and rolling here. And back and forth affair now as we start to see a little bit of signs of life here in the Search and Destroy. Aerith, only line of defense here on the B side. Hey, she's the only one that is needed. Gonna get the job done for one, but it's gonna double back. Turns her back to Yuhi, which could have been lethal, but again, make note, the loadout, not made for range day. This one, not gonna be able to get the job done, and surely enough, the trade gonna go completely untraded.
All right, well, sometimes that's just the case. Envoy going to find one on Mass to equalize out the trade. 1-for-1 overall currently. Bomb is in the hands of Pallone. You can see that he is sitting around B right now, a little bit waiting for some information from the team before he pushes in. Looks like we're now going for that plant. Now Aerith pushing on up. Might run into Yuhi here, however. Aerith going to take the snipe. That's going to let Yuhi know that she is there, and she, I think, is pretty worried about it. Ends up doubling back, gets the kill. Big play out of Aerith there.
Oh, that's
Jazzy finds Envoy as well.
Yeah, this one, beginning of the end, smoke through. Pallone preying on his life right now. The girls don't know where he's at. He's still in the generators. How much longer can he play his life? There goes Jazzy's drop. Aerith's the next contester. Actually, it's Slater. Bianca gonna get credit for the kill, and Aerith picking up the R9. The body shots on the teammate. Toxic. These girls certainly slaying out with the best, though. Aerith and squad, the Angels, they are coming through, able to tie it up here. Back-to-back rounds for them. Let's see if they can keep that same momentum.
All right, 2-2 Angels. Can they close out a 2-0 victory, or will 11D push us into a map that we love on a mode for that map that we don't?
It's hideous.
That is, you know, it's one of the few that I actually feel like the offense has the advantage.
Yeah, we talk about it a little bit more once this one goes through. Nonetheless, this bomb's going to get laid down. Nobody there to stop it. Nobody dropped, as a matter of fact, along with it. Here comes the action. The hit. The tosses of the throwables. Jazzy getting on board with her 7th. Didn't catch it. Slater there for the trade. So as we go 2 for 2. Bomb's still down. 25 seconds left to go. Slater able to get the shots there on Yuhi. Envoy able to take down Aerith in the background. And now it's all down to 2 on both sides. Pallone putting in some shots. Takes down 1. Nicole, will you be another victim? Oh, you are. 2 drop Pallone. Too good. And this one going back in the hands of 11, as they will have yet again another lead.
All right, well, final round of the 11 offense. What's the play this time? Looks like they're hustling over to A. No B commit this time around. I think this is probably the smart play for them. Right now, Jazzy on fire. 8 kills on the board for this team. Absolute unit. Malone finally able to get a yellow kill on the board, but I mean, it's 1 for 4 at this point, and well, turns gets mass.
No way! Yo, don't do it to her, bro. Oh my God! Yo, did you just see Aerith almost get postered right now?
Yes,
oh my
did.
God!
Oh my goodness!
If that one would have went through Aerith, I have forgotten about that hardpoint victory. That 50 kill bomb that you almost dropped. 49. This one, wow. Pallone, you're a slippery son of a gun when you're not using something like a, you know, what's that meta he always finds himself with? Oh, that's right, the Holger. This is a pocket-sized Holger. It's got plenty of bullets, and the damage absolutely goes... Right now, he's going to have to make something work here on the top side. Aerith getting revenge. What was almost never happened.
The one that got away.
One that got away. We're delusional. Man, how do we let that one slide?
How many times did that happen to us in Warzone?
God, just so many times, bro. So many times. Every time.
Oh my goodness.
God,
All right,
it's
well,
so
we're all
bad.
tied up 3-3 right now. These players are surely better than us and don't let one get away very often. Does look like we've got a B-side push coming out of the Angels. I believe Just will be able to relay that information over to the team here momentarily. But Mass has already pushed on up over to the bomb. It's going to set our timer to 45 seconds, where 11 have to make a retake happen. 5 kills and a defuse coming your way. Just in the sniper's nest. Got a big flank out of Envoy here. Will he be able to capitalize on anything for it? I think he might have sawed Jazzy.
Yeah.
He's pushing on up.
Yeah, he's a little close, so he's lost his sauce. Jazzy, no longer we're having to worry about this one. She's going to live to see this round, but trade's coming through the middle of the map. Never mind. Hold my voice. Shut the front door, Slater. In a position to go big. Oh my God! There's no way she almost committed highway robbery. That one gonna be saved and reeled back in. Lucifer gonna get to the fuse. Plenty of time. Nothing to see here, folks. Oh my God, Day. I almost absolutely lost it. That position played to a T, but 3, when they push all together, stand all the chances in the world against 1. Mass not able to get the flick on that last player. So, play's going to go. It's still a great play. Nonetheless, just not enough to get the job done.
All right, well, another round for 11 for them to grab the favor back once more. Looks like the B-side bomb press does come through again. Mass, however, does go A, anticipating the flank out of one of those 11 players, and is able to pick up one on Envoy. Yuhi able to take down Nicole. Get a 1-for-1 trade overall, and you can see that the bomb has been brought back and is now in the boiler room in the hands of team captain Aerith. She sees the slide. Fortunately, she also sees a kneecap and gets a hit marker. That's going to be Pallone with one onto Bianca. It's now a 4 versus 3 advantage in favor of 11, and not a lot of comfortable position for the girls on the Angels to push on in. You can see Aerith might be doubling back to try to get into B through spawn side, but if she rotates, she's got to be worried about Just, who is propped up and ready to go for the defense here for possibly the call-outs for this team.
Yep. Oh, what's the kill? What's the call? What's the commit? It's surely Lucifer, the only one here on the reactor side of things. The intel not going to pan out. The gunny, as one player has slipped through the top, he's going to get sights on another. And surely enough, deals damage for 2. And now it's all left to the team captain, who I'm going to be honest with you, Dave. I don't know if she meant to pick up this bomb. This could have been the one where we see gets away from the side of the girls over at Angels, but holy hell, don't need to reload that puppy. Aerith putting him on a t-shirt right now. 12 seconds. She's got to make a commit. She's taking bullets left and right. Yuhi and Lucifer there. Go for the slide chow. Lucifer's going to be good enough for the trade. Yuhi, nowhere in sight needed. Not necessarily for that one. 5-3. Biggest lead of this one so far. And since we flipped sides, it looks like 11 able to potentially sell us away and put us into a game 3 position. Let's see if they can get the job done, though.
All right. Couple big rounds come through for 11T. Some massive utility comes through there.
Oh my god.
And they run over the Angels, looking like we could be getting ready to head into a control. Nicole's the last alive. She's going to get taken down. And there's one more round for 11T to find to close this one out. Or will the Angels be able to bring things back? It was very even when they were on the defense.
Yeah.
But it has quickly been squashed by the side of 11T after the side flip.
Yeah, man. You little devils. The Antichrist in effect, man. Maybe that's not the best word. You get the picture, though. These guys giving them the business right now. Angels not having a picture-perfect performance, but slide peek there from Jazzy. She's putting in work. Oh, almost gets the collat. The 11D hanging on by a thread, and so is Envoy. Jazzy looking for blood. Oh, my God. Envoy almost loses that one, but almost doesn't count. Envoy's the last hope. One shot he is. Surely enough, he's going to be able to tell the tale. Mass does not have any idea that he's slipped the coop. Surely enough, he looks for the blood. He can absolutely find it. And the girls over at the Angels, able to win the battle of good versus bad. I'm just kidding, 11. You are bad. You're some bad boys, man. This Search and Destroy has been absolutely dominant, but we all love you. And surely enough, the Angels able to stay alive on that one. 11, can you reel it back in? Still map point. Okay.
Who has... Do we know who has what side in the control if we go there?
Well, we gotta make it there first, eh? This was not over with.
It's not, but I'm kind of preparing myself for what to expect, you know, if we get there. So far, the Angels have not really found any success, any notable success on their offense, so my hopes aren't too high for them right now. Does look like we might get a kill for Envoy here. Oh, that should have been a kill on Jazzy. That's a threat you gotta shut down if you're 11T. It's like Lucifer gonna push up. Does get the kill on Nicole. Bianca here for the refrag.
Oh my god!
Overall, oh, Envoy almost got. He almost got put in the shallow grave.
Yo, he almost got torsoed, bro. What the hell, Jazzy? Not missing here. Should have been killed earlier. I mean, if you could see them, they could see you. That's the kind of mentality that you got to have, especially here at COD Mobile. On the top side of that tunnel, that's a ladder. It's going to lead you to one. Oh my god, Jazzy. Damn near good shots on another. Nonetheless, it's Aerith able to seal the deal on Envoy, who was a pesky little fiend there on the A site. Malone opens up with one in retaliation, but bomb's going to go down. 2v3 here for the retake. This one is for another round of life for the girls over at Angels, or it is for game 3. Let's see what comes through now. 30 seconds left to go on the clock. Malone straddling the top side of the gears. Mass gonna deal the shots in on one. Bianca, good for the other. This one, not done yet, Dave. We've got overtime potential pending. Angels win this round.
Man, if the Angels bring this one back, it would be huge for them because they've been sitting down in the points. And while it may not necessarily be a recoverable position for them to be in with only our Thursday matchups remaining, it would at least be bragging rights and, you know, continued experience for them to gain at this level of competition. Mass gonna find one, but Pallone gonna come through for 2. Make it 3 with the boxing gloves as well. And now,
oh my god!
Oh my goodness! Did you catch that shot?
Jazzy's no, I called the tail in. What I did catch was Pallone Ray Ricing somebody. I don't know who that was. My guy pulled out the boxing gloves, and holy hell, that one was tough to watch. Certainly Jazzy, though, been the talk of the town here on the left-hand side of our screen. She's going to have to go big. Bomb in her hands, Pallone. 12 kills to his Dame as well as Just. Let's see what kind of magic she can make. There we go, a match made in heaven. You turn your back at the wrong time, Pallone. Actually not going to get the caught timing himself. I think the call-outs are here. Jazzy going to be well-respected. No single push here. Waiting for the backup. Here comes the hit. My God. Jazzy stays alive. Half health. Get out of there, girl. Go over to the B site. 40 seconds left to go. No sight, no foul. Get that bomb down. Maybe catch someone on the transition. I like the aggression, but right now... Oh, it's there! Jazzy!
Jazzy's a freak, bro.
Man, let me tell you, bro. I love this ego, too. Look at the slow chow right through mid. It's got a secondary, too, now to work with Pallone. Might be catching her on the bad timing, though.
Oh
my God, they both miss each other. There's no way.
Goodness. The emotions in this matchup right now.
I'm unstable. Oh, no, she did. Jazzy. Yo, clip it, chat. My girl is crazy cracked. Jazzy right there. I don't know what to say, 11E. You just got absolutely bested. She's nasty, day. All right, rules of the overtime search and destroy. It's the first to win by 2. You've got to take one on the attack and then turn around and do it on the defense, or vice versa. Right now, on the defense, Angels looking to close this series out 2-0. Slater, a.k.a. Bianca, opened it up with first blood. And this one might be the dagger that is needed for the girls to open up this round off and potentially solidify themselves. Right now, Levity, not necessarily liking what they see in here with the B plant. Gonna have to play for some few kills. They desperately need them, though, as we see Yuhi gonna get involved in one. That's gonna make it a little bit more doable. They had the B plant for free, and surely enough, Jazzy might be a victim of her own aggression here. Let's see what pans out.
Man, this is one of those matchups that just got me on the edge of my seat at this point, right? Like, there were so many opportunities where 11T had the advantage that they should have been able to close out rounds and just were unable to.
No, just that's 2 she's missed, bro. That's tough. Masto is there.
We hyped her up and she got nervous.
Oh, no, she's not nervous, bro. She's just feeding the team now. I mean, she's eating. She's had her fill. 1v3 style for the clutch last round to keep the stream alive. 11E not knowing how to retaliate. Pallone almost gets folded right there as he does take some shots on a Mass, who almost also gets taken down. Jazzy! If she's not doing it with the sniper, she's doing it with the nade shots. 10 seconds left to go!
Oh,
she gets the deagle shots in. We're on map point. I'm in shambles right now, Dave. What's going on? I'm seeing the light. It's bright. Do I head towards it?
Oh my goodness. I've just... Wow, man. This has been such a crazy matchup for these two teams. And I love it. I love that we're getting this down to the wire here at the end. Looks like bomb is going to be in the hands of Nicole. She's kind of chilling out in mid. I think they're just waiting to honestly, it seems like they're just waiting for Jazzy to grab a pick. Oh my goodness.
Hey, she's been golden in the clutches, man. My girl's put on a montage-like performance tonight. 15 on board here in the Search and Destroy. Things getting a little bit more intense now. As the minutes pass by, not a single shot fired. Almost all the throwables out of the tables have been tossed on the opening picks. No picks to be found to be exact, though. We'll see. Now, as Jazzy get a little aggressive up top, we know this is a spot that Envoy is notorious for. She knows it. Everyone in chat knows it. All of the 11E fan base know it. All of the girls over at Angels know it. First blood, though, might be Nicole, your bomb carrier. And the bomb goes down in a very rough spot. Yuhi does do the deed and gets lost, but Based off of all the motion on the map, you can only assume that, hey, that was the only player dropped. Bomb's going to be picked up as Aerith gets dropped as well. She was on the other foot. 30 seconds left to go. You've got to make a move. They've got all quarters tucked. Jazzy not able to get anything going this round. This one, still not done.
Listen, I'm down for it. I'm down for the overtime. I don't know if I quite want like some 7 round overtime or anything, but listen, if they're gonna put up this kind of effort, I'm here for it. I'm here for these close games. It's keeping me going at this point. You know what I mean? I mean,
hey,
I don't want to see a team get pushed over. No. I want to see the close. I want to see the gritty. I want to see you playing your all for the win. Just gonna open up with 1 onto Nicole, who's just honestly not had a search and destroy for herself here. She had a great hard point, but maybe Meltdown just not her map.
Yeah, she is
the
certainly.
Angels look like they might commit to A here.
Oh my God! Jazzy misses. Lucifer doesn't. Bomb's gonna go down at A. We've got a 3v5 here for the retake, and you don't have your top frag. And on top of that, I don't know what the hell Aerith is doing. She might have got herself stuck, chat. What the hell is this? She might be giving up. I swear, I've never seen anybody get stuck right here. Okay, there she goes. Good. Finally gets...
Goodness.
Help me! Oh, man, I'm not going to finish out with chat this one. Certainly. Could be one of those moments right now. She's not stuck, but help has arrived. This is in the form of Lucifer. My God. This one. Coming down to the wire in a double overtime, and Aerith getting stuck there on the backside. I'm done, Dave. Man. I can't do it anymore. Just take over, please. I'm about to explode.
Listen, man, this has been a roller coaster of emotions, but it looks like 11 team might have found a little bit of their groove, because that was a very convincing round, and well, just gonna open up with 1 onto team captain Aerith, taking her down. It's now a 4v5. Bomb did get picked up by Mass, but Yuhi. Yeah, I think shy of a miracle, this one might be it. Jazzy gonna miss a shot there. And as a result, Palone's gonna be able to come in and take down 1. Mass gonna find Palone, but she's getting pushed. Now Jazzy, you got to clutch up a 1v4 here. Don't know if she's got it in her. There's 1 though. And the kill from behind. It's finally over. The 9-7 victory gonna send us to control verdict. The roller coaster of emotions there was hard to deal with.
Oh, dang. I thought I might have ended my casting career after that one, man. My God. Oh, chat, you know. It took every fiber of my being. And certainly, it took every fiber of Jazzy's being to get the job done, but it's not done. 11. They pull the reverse Uno card. And they shut us down in the second set of overtime. And they take the game. They have yet to lose. They have only lost to themselves so far. In a 9-7 victory, Jazzy, you could literally go back and put a full piece together just off your kills alone. We are not worthy. You are certainly the best when it comes down to Meltdown Search and Destroys. 16 kills on board. Everyone, high praises for Jazzy in the chat. We're not worthy. We're not worthy. You are simply the GOAT. What's going to take us to our last map of the night? Day, I don't know if you're still with us. We got a dark screen on your side of the things.
I'll fix it.
Yeah, while we do that, you said it earlier. What is going on here for the control? I'll go ahead and tell you. It's Standoff. It's a classic. This map, though, not necessarily my favorite for control, but nonetheless, still a great one to see. As we'll take a look. Does look like the first round on the defense, it's going to be in favor of the girls over at Angel. So, we're getting riled up. This is certainly about to be going down here in a moment. What could be best series of the night so far? Can't really say anything quite the same. Yeah, we could. We got into the control. It was something similar about this last series. This one, kind of resembling, right? Kind of striking, kind of interesting, right?
All right, how's that? Does that fix it?
Hold on.
Oh.
Oh. No, sorry, I'm back. I had to step away for a second. All right, here we go. Yo, hey, we gotta give a huge shout out. That's right, your camera's not on still, but we gotta say, feliz cumpleaños, Yuhi. Happy birthday, homie. Hope you're enjoying it. What are you turning? 21 this year? Man, take a shot for me, homie.
Is that actual, or are you getting trolled by
I don't
chat?
know. I'm just look. Chat said Yuhi's birthday today. I'm here to say happy birthday, Yuhi. I'm happy for you. Celebrating another year, man. Congratulations, homie. Chat, you wouldn't troll me, would you? No. Chat wouldn't do that to me, bro. It is Yuhi's birthday today. Yo, man, come on. My wife is Panamanian blessed. Come on. Have some kind of etiquette. Look, man. I'm cultured. Yeah.
I think I genuinely might just have to send you another OBS Ninja.
Oh, yikes. That's tough. Okay. Well,
everything's working on my end. I don't know.
Let me refresh. Boom, boom, boom. Boop, boop, boop. Oh, that's my camera. Never mind.
Yeah, let me get you another OBS Ninja. It is. I can confirm OBS Ninja is not detecting virtual camera.
Oh, that's awkward. Okay. Well. Verdict next action, Latham caster. Yo. I don't have enough energy to cast in Latham. I'm sorry, chat. Those guys hit so many dang eye notes, I wouldn't be able to keep up. I'm over here trying to build suspense up, put you on the edge of your seats. These guys had me jumping up and down the whole damn broadcast, bro. The whole broadcast, I'm up. I can't do it, bro. Can't do it.
See if that works.
I'm too old for that. All right, let's see. Control C to Control V. Oh. Oh, it's there! Hey, how's it going, homie? You're back with us in full effect. We're here for game number 3. Control, right around the corner. It is Yuhi's birthday. See, I told you chat would never troll me. That's super right there. That's official, bro.
Well, happy birthday, Yuhi.
You like 5 shots of coffee? Yeah. You need more than 5 shots. I mean, you might need some of that illegal stuff to cast in Atlanta, bro. Those guys are high strung. They're wiry too. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about. Those guys are absolutely on the spot. They never skip a beat. I can't do it, man. My vocals would die if I had to cast Latham. I would literally sound like this after casting one day of Latham Mobile Mayhem. It'd sound like just absolutely horrible. I mean, after one day of broadcasting EU and North America, the next day my throat is literally fatigued. Like, I don't say much after. Yeah. It's a lot.
Absolutely. It does look like we are maybe just... Actually, it looks like we might be getting ready to get into the game. There it is. Control. Getting ready to head your guys' way. We're going to be on standoff. And it looks like we're going to have the offense in favor of 11 team. If they come through and close things out into Control, or will the Angels find a way to make it happen? Obviously, they were very close to closing it out in 2 in that search and destroy. Oh, goodness. All right, well, Aerith's going to be respawn sniping off the start. It looks, finds 2.
If anybody's going to do it, it's her. Right there. Oh, you got to hit those. Balone. Going to make you eat your words, and that's going to open the floodgates over to B. Mid-map control there for Balone. And one lone wolf in Envoy. He's got a box heady. He is lethal in this spot. Mass, though. The slide peek doesn't skip a beat. Palone now on an island by himself. He gets gunned down in cold blood, and back to the spawn he goes. 2 players still collecting progress for free here in the A site. Mass said, "Oh, not have that, my friend." She's gone on a spree day. This girl, unstoppable, just gets absolutely crushed in mass. Going massive here in the control. I didn't need to be very creative with that one. This girl, Gunny, is absolutely on point.
All right, well, it's going to be a tough game for both of these teams. You know, nobody wants to lose after that search and destroy. But a 3-life lead right now in favor of Eleventy. Looking at the scoreboard, he's got a shield turret in hand, which is not usable. So no streaks for either team. Man, Aerith is kind of cracked in the respawn snipes on standoff, man.
Hey, this is one of those OG maps, right?
A little bit of that spectate for a minute.
Yeah, a little bit of hashtag screen time. Time in. Hashtag this girl's cracked. Oh, almost catches one there as the information is going to go through. Mask going to look to collect. Pallone absolutely not missing a beat there on that shot. With 25 seconds left to go, you got 2 ticks of progress on A, you got 1 tick on B. We know once you get them out of control on B, it's almost game over. We've had 2 scenarios so far for Eleventy that just couldn't get the job done. As Eric drops again, your MVP from last game. Jazzy gonna get shut down too, and back to the spawn she goes. They deal the pressure on the back end, and surely enough, it's 10-7, a life count favoring the defense. But A, still a target of interest. Just looking to put the shots in, he does. And they've got to be flawless moving forward. Day 7-6 to the life count.
All right, well, Pallone coming through with a big 2-piece there, but it is the Angels grabbing the lead in lives by 1. There's 55 seconds on the clock, and unfortunately for Eleventy, they were unable to get into the cubby for B to be able to use that head glitch against their opponents. That's such a difficult door to break when your opponents have the heady. Now, this is just such a difficult position for Eleventy to be in. We do have a Sparrow available. We have a War Machine, but I don't think now is the time to use it. Yuhi ends up respawn sniping himself here, is able to find 1 on Mass, and thanks to some control optimization, guys, no more respawns when the lives are out. 20 seconds on the board. Eleventy starting to push up. They find Jazzy, but here's the goal in the window.
No.
Yuhi brings things back.
Oh my. 1v3, Bianca.
Rough from Bianca here.
Oh, she's already been spotted out, too. This one might be over. Topside market control. Here comes the Sparrow! Oh, it's not going to connect! That is tough. You burn the operator. You don't have anything to show for it. In a first round, butchered. 1v3, not clutching here. Can't blame Bianca. You got to think about the route that we took to get here. The Angels certainly not getting the job done here in the first round. We'll see if they can test the Lux on the attack. As we start over from scratch, flip sides. Now here comes Envoy. They're looking to put the pressure on early. He's got the claw, and he's putting the gas down here on the pedal. He's got 1. He's going to get Aerith, and just like that, he's in the spawn. Trap in set. And these girls trying to make the transition. They're funneling right into his shots. Oh, my God, Predator.
All right, well, the trophy is going to stop it, but I don't know what's going to stop the spawn trapping here. Apparently, spawn's being moved into the building. That is a little bit of a nice optimization there. I like that. I like that. And it's a 9-life lead right now for the side of Eleventy. Envoy's going to get some information on Mass crossing on over. Jazzy gets a kill with the environmental, lol.
Yeah, they're going to need find some silver lining right now. The girls get tossed into the blender. Getting grinded up. Eleventy not taking anyone hostage. No victims here. Well, they're all victims, certainly. Eleventy just absolutely having their way off the rip. No signs of life on the objective after that first initial wave, too. They've got 1 tick of progress. That's it. That's all to show for it. Now, on top of that, Nicole just wasted an Andy Lucifer. Absolutely putting in work. Nicole, back-to-back underperformances so far. Let's see if she can turn it around. 20 seconds left to go. Clock stop. It is going to be Bianca on the objective. They got the second tick of progress solidified. But you've got to be flawless moving forward. 9 and 14 are the life counts. The advantage for the defending side. But a little bit of life still here being breathed by the girls over at Angels.
All right, well, very, very close once again, but it is 11-2 with a little bit of a lead, and they did obviously have an edge in the hardpoint earlier as well. A little bit stronger when it came to the respawns, and it looks to be a similar case right now as far as streaks go. No streaks available. We got some shield turrets. We just got a Pred, however, for Aerith before she gets taken down by one of those nades. And our operator's starting to get charged up as well. Pred missile comes in out of Aerith for 1. Claw available, Sparrow and Grav Vortex about to be available again, but we are out of lives for the side of the Angels. No more respawning. Got to start making these count. Bianca finds 1. Jazzy with another.
Okay.
Aerith.
Hey.
3 in a row for the side of Angels.
Hey, look, this is certainly a similar position to what we saw in last round. Shoots on the other foot this time around. No spawns on the left-hand side of your screen. Let's see if they can make the most of it. Here comes the hit. It's going to be spoiled in the middle of the map, but the trades are favoring the girls in blue. No. It's the defense remaining superior. Nicole, one of the last hopes Mass was. And 4 left standing. An operator going to be wasted on the right-hand side of your screen, but the job is getting done. It is 11 with the advantage. They can end this one here. Let's go ahead and jump in with an 11 listed in. Let's see if they can close it out.
Cuidado en cortar, llenaron de pinches granadas acá.
Dos gas.
Abajo ahora mismo.
Hay 3 gas, había 3, 4. Vayan B.
Cuidado con el spawn trap, cuidado con el spawn trap.
Sí. Oh, sí. No hay vaca andar.
Estatua 2. Estatua 2, ahí dame el 5.
Hay unidad.
Muerto una estatua.
Queda otro, muerto.
Bueno.
Si quieres, pushame, güey. Hay trofeo de ellos.
Te tengo estatua.
Dale.
Hay uno patio.
Deli muerto.
Toma market.
Ay, abajo market, muerto.
Toma market.
Otro más abajo market, van a...
Puri Blackman.
Muerto. ¡Ah! Uno
Quedan
Granis.
3 farm.
Van abajo
Granis.
Uno abajo Granis y otro farm.
Está cuarto.
¿Muerto?
No, sigue, venga.
Well, dang, this one might be done right now. Put a bow on it. 22-6. My game crashed. These players are absolutely elite. I'll go ahead and get my iPad up on screen. I don't think it's going to matter much. This one could be where it ends. 2 lives remaining. Girls, it was a good run. But good is not good enough to take this one. Game number 3. That's a clean sweep day. And tonight has been anything but a clean sweep. Got to congratulate 11 though. The 3-0 victory and the 2-1 series win. 15 points puts them on board to cash out their ticket for a playoff run.
Well, that is rather unfortunate for the girls over at the Angels, but it is what it is, and that is going to be the win coming through for the side of Team 11T. And, well, there's just not a whole lot you can say about that one, unfortunately, because, well, 11T, they realistically should have been able to win much earlier, but they were obviously stuck
Absolutely
in a
not, my friend. They shot themselves in the foot, right? You can't pin that L on anybody but 11. They beat everybody, including themselves. We're going to take it back to the host desk. Cali Gaming, close us out, homie. This one, said and done. A 2-1 victory. 11, again, 2 OP. They can't even handle themselves. Hello?
Hello, Callie. Call
Oh, there we go. He was so respectful, he had the mic muted.
No. I got my mic muted. Aerith decided to call in the EMP system on my end, but yeah, we're gonna be back, and that's it. Gonna be it. That's how it goes and ends. 11T. They really shot themselves on the foot by using legendary utilities on that first game, but things does happen when we had rule changes happen in mid-season. And now let's take a look at our standings for today as we wrap it all up here. Verdict, Galactic Simplicity will be standing at the top with 125 points, and we do have 5 teams officially locking in their spot at the playoffs where they play a double elimination. Galactic Simplicity, Luminosity, Seminole, TLE Esports, Team 11T are your 5 locked-in teams. We do have one more team. We have one more slot left for that playoffs that will be left for grab, and it's between DICE and Devious. And how are you liking the odds of DICE actually making it here at top 6 day?
I think it just kind of depends on how the matchups go on Thursday, right? Everybody plays on Thursday. Nobody's getting a bye. And it's just difficult to say. I mean, Devious have obviously been a very, very strong team these past couple weeks, but you need more than just a couple good performances to be a champion. So we'll see as things continue to roll on what they're able to bring to the table, because right now, it's not looking good for them.
Yeah, not really looking good for DICE. I mean, they do have a saving grace there. They're going to be playing up against a team that is classified under the bottom 5 of the group stage of North America Spring 2023, but they still do have to put in maximum effort to secure that 20 points just to give themselves comfort, you know, when they actually see Devious take the battle up against Team Mercy on Thursday. So that will wrap it up for our team standings. Let's wrap ourselves up with the match schedule as well, just to make sure that teams and of course the viewers are going to be highlighted with today's end of schedule. At the first game, we had Devious shockingly defeat Seminole, as Devious was able to 100-point club Seminole at Hardpoint and of course give them a 7-0 sweep on that S&D. Galactic Simplicity takes in that SXC 2-0. And in our last two games, it is very nice that we do have this game number 3s, but the way it had to happen is something we do not want to happen on that Thursday. Verdict.
Yeah. Man, Thursday, we're going to have action-packed. Got to give a huge shout-out before I move any further. Everybody, chat, let's give them a round of applause. First day here for Mobile Mayhem. Cali Gaming absolutely killing it. I cannot wait to work with you in the future. Obviously, still many of us series to come ahead of us. We will be closing out here momentarily. What we will be looking at on Thursday, well, actually, technically, whoever's cast will buy, because I won't be here. I'll be out of town, unfortunately. Hey, I'm missing this one. Coming down to the wire, Angels versus DICE. Huge matchup. If DICE win that 2-0, they're guaranteed that 6th spot. Why? Because they won the head-to-head against Devious. Devious taking on Team Mercy. We'll see what they can do. Luminosity and Seminole. Dang it, I'm missing that series. Oh, that one is the one. I'm going to be watching that one while I'm on the road. TLE and SXC. And then 11E and Galaxity. Galaxity put themselves in position to finish out in the top 1 to 2 seed. They could very well so do so, as 11E actually denied them entry into last season's playoffs. So a lot to be brewing, a lot to come around the corner, and a very, very dramatic ending to the night. Day, I mean, wrap it up. What are your thoughts? Oh, yeah, so insightful.
Oh, man, my bad.
He pulled a Cali.
Yeah. All right. Do we have the matchups for?
I just ran through them.
But do we have like a visual that I can look at?
God, I mean, look at the NA schedule, bro. You need to walk you to the bathroom and hold your hand.
It's literally not on here. I don't know what to tell you.
It's in the NA schedule, bro.
I don't have an NH schedule.
It's in Discord.
I said it on Discord.
There,
I'm looking at the run of show. That's why.
Okay,
that's why I was so confused.
There we go. All right. There we go. So very, very lost. We'll get collected. Obviously, Cali, it was your debut. You killed it. I'm gonna leave you with the last final words.
Oh, I mean, thank you guys for actually giving me the opportunity to be here at Mobile Mayhem North America. Actually, it's been a dream of mine to be here. But yeah, good shout out to the admins of Mobile Mayhem, and of course for Verdict and Dave for making my first day actually a banger here at Mobile Mayhem. And that will be all, guys. Make sure you stay tuned in on Thursday as we end the group stage. The number 1 spot has yet to be claimed and has yet to be decided. That 6th spot as well will be decided on Thursday. So make sure you stay tuned. 8 p.m. EST.
Yes.
See you guys. Peace out.
Later.